But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba. Well, I feel like, Sam, we need to come up with a different name for Bubba today. Bad News Bubba ain't going to cut it today.
He's bringing other people bad news.
Pharaoh Bubba in the building. Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you on this Friday morning?
I'm doing pretty well on this Friday morning. Don't have too many complaints. Solid day yesterday. Finished up Severance with the old woman. She's never seen it, so I was like, yeah, I'll rewatch this. I've kind of wanted to have a reason to rewatch it again, just to kind of refresh. I know that season 3 probably is, I don't know, like a year, maybe 2 years away, but still just kind of wanted to rehash some old memories there. So finished that up, watched another episode or two of Quarterback. It's kind of losing me.
I tried watching Quarterback.
Not enough Cam Ward representation.
It just doesn't do anything for me.
I just already knew, like, these are things I already knew about Cam Ward.
Yeah.
He's kind of just a goofy guy that's mega competitive, likes to talk trash.
That's kind of how I felt. You know, I said there wasn't anything new on there for me, really. There's a couple of tidbits, I guess, here and there, but not really doing anything for me. I tried to put it on yesterday, too, and ended up turning it off after another episode.
Sad. Kind of was hoping that would be like a good bridge into football season for me. Take up, another week or two of this gap before we kind of get into that real football mode, but I guess I'm just going to have to read articles and hot takes instead.
For me, I hope that it at least gets other people fired up for Cam Ward.
Yeah, I am interested on like what the perception of him is coming out of this show from just non-Titans fans.
Yeah, like Titans fans already love him. You already love him. I already love him. We know the competitive side. We're rooting for that competitive side. But yeah, like the rest of the sports world, how do they view him coming out of this? Does it raise his profile at all? Does it make people want to root for him? Type of thing. I think that's the hope, is that it brings in some new eyes and some new bandwagon fans. Bubba, top of the morning to you, sir.
Top of the morning, John. So for the quarterback, the only clip that I've seen about Cam Ward is I think he was talking about like, man, these dudes are tough. Like NFL, like they want to come back and hurt me. And it's like, yep.
Yeah. I mean, he was just like, Which, I think he knows football in terms of like defensive linemen wanting to come attack the quarterback. But he's just like, these guys are all millionaires too, and they're big, fast, and strong. And yep, they're trying to come. The dodgeball clip, I think, has gone viral of him wanting to peg all the kids with dodgeballs.
Yeah, I like that one.
Billy Madison style. Him out there fishing was kind of funny too. Been out here all day, and only thing I caught ain't even a keeper. So really, I ain't caught nothing. Bubba, well, what'd you think about the Odyssey?
I liked it, but also there's some things about it.
Oh no,
It's not the best movie of all time.
Bubba's mad about the woke Christopher Nolan movie. Now, I will say, much like last night's Odyssey that I watched, you too have decided to bypass on any accents that may be historically accurate. You're just going with your normal American accent, which is what they did in the movie.
I can't speak Greek, so
You can at least try with an accent or something.
I
I feel like
that's all I know to say.
Yeah, I feel like if you'd gone with that or just like a normal British accent, people would have at least appreciated the effort.
So it was no accents.
No accents.
I don't think I like that.
Robert Pattinson tried an accent because typically he's like English.
Yeah.
So his was just like, hi there, speaking like he's trying to do like an American accent but make it obvious.
That just doesn't feel like a movie plot that you can Americanize.
Well,
I don't think you can Britishize it either.
Well, just the goal was he said, look, I don't want to distract from the dialogue. I don't want to do anything with weird like phrases or, like the old times way they talked. Like, because like one of the things people pointed out was that Tom Holland just refers to Matt Damon as dad. And like back in the day, no one ever said dad. It was always, father or something else. But it's like, Tom Holland's like, well, they would have been speaking Greek, so they wouldn't have said father either. He's like, they would have been saying a different word altogether. He's like, so what's it matter? I kind of appreciate that they just kind of went with it and didn't try to over fancy it or whatever. Just give us the content.
The couple of things that
let's hear Bubba's grievances.
Thumbs
All right,
down.
Hold on. So for the next 3, 4, 5 minutes, Bubba might have some spoilers for you. So the story's been around for thousands of years. But
spoiler alert: this buddy wrote the book.
Well, the movie's not
700 years ago.
Well, the movie's not an exact adaptation.
1-to-1,
yeah. So like just if you don't want spoilers, just fast forward 3 minutes, turn your radio down 3 minutes, just come back at 8:15, I guess. But Bubba, go ahead. The floor is yours.
So this was shown in the trailer, like the character of the Cyclops.
I
had an issue with the scene of the Cyclops.
Okay.
Why? They could have talked more about and setting up, because in the old, this is a thing for the movie, and I don't want to spoil it, but
I gave everybody a warning.
So in the book,
hold on. Are you gonna go like into specifics?
Should I walk out?
Yeah, like you could talk about without going into like exact specifics. I feel like don't.
Nobody.
Yeah, they can't do everything.
No, which the way I'm trying to wrap my head around that is either Christopher Nolan just wants to put his own flair on it and be like, nah, this is a Nolan film for a reason. That's why it doesn't have this scene.
Well, like there's some of that, but also I think
aspect to it.
The movie can only be 3 hours.
But also, I don't think it needs it. Also, because I think the follow-up scene they did for that was just fine.
Yeah.
At some times, I feel like they just felt like they had to just throw in like what was part of the Odyssey journey for this Odysseus fella. And it's like they didn't really set it up,
Yeah,
in the book, there's the old, ancient story of like the sirens and stuff. I thought this one was just kind of rushed in there. It's like, oh yeah, crap, we have to make a scene about the sirens, so let's just do that real quick.
I feel like I felt the opposite. So like I didn't want the movie to be 4 hours. I appreciated that there wasn't a lot of backstory and lore. I thought they did a good enough job of explaining what the sirens were and basically don't listen to their song. Like I thought that was fine. I feel like the story's been around long enough that you should have, if you're going to see the movie, you should have a baseline understanding of what these characters are. Maybe not all of them, but like at least like you've heard of the sirens by now, the song of the sirens. Like you probably should have had some type of understanding of it. So I had no issue with them not wasting a lot of time explaining it. Just me personally.
And then there's like another little thing that I want to nitpick, but this is more spoilery, so I won't.
Okay.
but it's kind of in reference towards the end of the movie.
Okay.
And
we could talk about that off the air.
Because
I don't want to, I don't want to spoil anybody's experience. It's only been out for a day.
I did really enjoy it though. It did not feel like 3 hours at all.
No, it didn't, and that's my biggest concern.
It made me. I think Robert Pattinson and I wish I could remember their names off the top of my head, but like the other like suitors and actors and stuff, like they did a really good job because I was like, wow, these guys are mean guys.
I thought there were some really good performances. I do think
Anne Hathaway's Botox is noticeable.
I mean, she's 43 years old. Give her a break.
Yeah, I'd rather her not have Botox and just look like a wrinkly old mess, though.
Okay.
Because when she's trying to be sad and mean in the movie, it's like
no. You're not gonna act like
what's happening here.
You're not gonna act like she couldn't land the plane or do the job there. That's just incorrect. Anne Hathaway did a great job. Like her lips. Okay, do they look a little weird? Sure, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
but
they
I haven't seen this movie, but after seeing some of the photos that have come out of Anne Hathaway in this movie, Bubba can't be focusing on the Botox.
Yeah, Bubba, I'm starting to worry about you.
But the other thing too about this movie, and sorry for you fellas out there, bonk bonk. It's not a movie if you're all horned up. So,
what do you mean? This guy. What do you mean? Why else do you think Odysseus was trying so hard to get home, Bubba? What do you mean it's not a movie to be horned up? The whole thing is about being horned up.
Well, no, but just like
he wants to travel all across the world 20 years later to get back to his woman.
The characterization, like outfits and stuff, they weren't very revealing.
Yeah, I know.
So if you want to look at Anne Hathaway in cleavage, like that's not going to happen for you.
It doesn't matter if you have cleavage or not.
You want to look at Mia Goth in cleavage. That's not going to happen for you.
Think about all the grandmothers back in the day, just in their big long gowns. It worked. They populated the world.
Imagination. That's right.
Yeah, they populated the world. I didn't even know Mia Goth was in the movie. I love Mia Goth. I was very excited when she popped up. I thought she did a great job. I thought Benny Safdie did a good job.
Who's that?
Who was he, or who is Benny Safdie? What's the question? Which one? Do you know who Benny Safdie is?
Off the top, I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, it won't be funny to you if you don't really know who Benny Safdie is. Travis Scott's part.
Huh?
Travis Scott's in it.
I might be out.
No, don't be like that. He was basically paying.
He's got no business being in this movie.
Well, actually, he does.
Yeah, he's playing like I don't know what they're called back in the day, but like basically like orators, like telling stories. And Christopher Nolan's like, I kind of felt like a hip hop artist or rapper would be kind of fitting to like be the ones that sing the songs and like tell the stories of Odysseus and stuff. So it doesn't really feel that weird when you actually watch the movie. I didn't think so, at least. But yeah, Pattinson was great. I thought Charlize Theron was great. I do think that watching the movie, I don't know if I am really a Tom Holland fan, though.
See, I was thinking about that with Matt Damon.
Yeah, and I mean, that's fair, too. Like, I like Matt Damon, but I'm not crazy
I
about
wasn't
him.
fully convinced with him as Odysseus.
I think that's a fair criticism. I don't love him either in this role, but like I thought he did pretty good with the role. Like by the end of it, I was like, okay, he did a good job with it. But like going into it, I'd have been much more excited for the movie if you told me it was like Tom Hardy. You know what I mean? Or Christian Bale, like one of Christopher Nolan's other guys. But Matt Damon, I thought did a pretty good job in it. Anything else you need to get off your chest before we move on? Because like I said, I don't want to spoil it for the audience much more than we did.
Not really. I mean, I did like the movie. I graded it anywhere from like an 8.8 to like a 9.3.
I gave it an 8.8 myself.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get in the 90s for me. It's kind of an imaginary cap. Maybe it deserves a couple ticks higher. I don't know, but it felt like an 88 to me coming out of it.
Did you come into the movie dressed like this, Bubba, or just only today?
Just today.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, you need to go pull it up on YouTube.
I felt bad because when I went to go see yesterday, there's a guy that had a big old bucket of popcorn and he tripped, and he just yells out just a whole bunch of explicitives, and I was like,
They would have given him a refill, brother.
I was gonna say, I feel like
especially like if it's a big bucket, they get large, you get refills.
He He went up to his seat like a defeated man.
He didn't go get a refill?
No.
Just 30% full bucket of popcorn.
Yeah, see, that's on him. That's on him.
If you're making a big enough mess like in the lobby already, you might as well just, hey, I got to get more popcorn here.
Unless the movie was just starting and he didn't want to miss a second of it, okay, I guess. But
it was pretty early on, it felt like.
Did you take your Taco Bell in?
No, I only took in some Cheez-Its and some Chips Ahoy.
Okay. I thought it was pretty good. Are you going to go see it, Sam?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those that you don't need to be in it for the crowd of the movie, but like the spectacle of it, probably worthy of seeing on the big screen. Mine, I went to see like the RPX version, which is like IMAX mixed in with something. How I don't know, but it was so loud. My head was ringing. I was like, how are they getting by with playing this loud? Like, I'm kind of deaf as it is, and like I can hear. It's too loud for me.
It's one of those movies where like 4 theaters down, you can just hear every single scene clearly.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm already like a little bit of hard of hearing, and it's too loud for me. So I can't imagine how it feels if you actually have good ears.
I'm gonna go back to Nashville this weekend because that part for my car finally came in, so I can get that put in. But maybe I'll just go to doesn't Nashville have a 70 millimeter IMAX screen?
It does, yeah.
Maybe I'll hit that one up.
I don't know.
Glory.
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be what the difference would be with the 70 millimeter versus just the IMAX I saw it in. Because like I had the whole screen, I didn't have any of the cutoff thing.
Did you see that tweet of like the difference between just a regular IMAX versus like the 70 millimeter?
I did,
IMAX?
but I didn't watch it. I've just seen the still shots of like what
That's
the regular.
All I've seen was the still shot.
Yeah, I've seen like the regular theaters versus the IMAX, but I haven't seen like the 70 versus the regular IMAX. Regular IMAX
looks like a pretty big difference.
Okay,
honestly.
Regular IMAX is good enough for me. Maybe I don't really care about it enough to differentiate between that, but pretty solid movie. Bubba saying 88 to 93. That's kind of where I was at. I went on the low end last night, but that was good.
Where does it rank in your Nolan movies?
You know, that's funny you asked that because I think I need to go back and like kind of rewatch all the Nolan movies. I think I'm gonna like either rewatch or watch for the first time because some of his I haven't even watched. I think I'm gonna have to give in with Interstellar.
I've never seen The Prestige.
I watched The Prestige when I was like in high school, and like I don't think I fully appreciated it. It was my
that's like me with Inception. Like I watched it earlier in high school, but it's like there's a lot of stuff I didn't quite fully pay attention to. Yeah,
I need to go back and watch The Prestige as an adult, like full focus on it.
I think his movies are easily my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, he's.
Is it because of the time and like the way he does things?
They're spectacles too.
Yeah,
and just it feels like an event.
Yeah, every movie that he made, I feel like it's been a pretty big movie.
At least over the last
name-wise
10 years, yeah. Like I don't know if Memento was like a huge movie when it came out or anything, but like since Batman, basically every time he's put something out, it's felt like an event. I don't think I'm gonna go watch Dunkirk though. I think I draw the line there.
If you thought Odyssey was too loud, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, and like I don't like war movies either, so like I think I'm good on Dunkirk. But like
you just watched a war movie.
Not really.
But
I didn't think that one was really a war movie.
It's Trojan War.
I mean, the Trojan War is a big part of it, sure, but I didn't. It was more about the journey home, the Odyssey, if you will,
not the Iliad part.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dunkirk is like known as one of the more realistic like renditions of war too.
Maybe I do.
Trench foot in that movie.
Maybe
is that the one continuous shot movie?
Yeah, it is. No,
or is that 1917?
That's 1917. Okay, yeah. Good call, Bubba. But like I need to give in, just watch Interstellar. I've waited long enough. I need to go watch it. So I don't really have a Nolan ranking. I'm not educated enough to give my thoughts on that. But maybe in a couple weeks, Sam, I'll come back and give you my official ranking. All right. Unless Bubba has anything else to add.
I was going to say, speaking of rankings, this new Summer Reserve peaches and cream flavored milk, about a 7. It's good, but it's a thin milk.
Are you just drinking milk?
It's Summer Reserve milk, yeah.
You didn't have like a snack or anything with it? You just picked up milk?
No, this is it.
Seems a little weird to me. You just walk
around
on
milk, man.
You like milk too?
I love milk.
Just like that, just drinking it though, like by itself?
It's a flavored milk.
I hear what you're saying.
It's like I drink chocolate milk by itself.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like you buy it in the store and drink it?
Yeah, that's its own item. That's its spectacle.
I had a dream
That's
about
the main
chocolate
event.
milk last night. It's funny you say
Heck
that.
yeah.
I had a glass of milk last night.
With food?
Mm-hmm.
Like a food that's specifically paired with it, though?
Like lasagna or?
Had a glass of milk. I had some Chick-fil-A last night. I had a glass of milk before I had Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A and glass of milk. Okay. I mean, look, I'm not judging. I just don't drink milk like that.
I'm a milkman, John.
Now I like milk with like, certain foods, growing up.
Milk and pizza, gotta have it.
I've heard that. Not for me. Mine would be more like, like pork chops. I'd like milk and like fried pork chops, or obviously like cornbread and then milk all after that.
Milk steak.
I've heard the pasta stuff though. Like I'm not judging there. It's just not really for me. I don't really buy milk anymore because I don't really eat cereal. So when I buy milk,
Did your body become lactose intolerant?
maybe because when I eat ice cream, sometimes it does hurt my stomach, Bubba.
Hmm.
So maybe I need to get back to drinking more milk. I don't really buy it because it just goes bad because I don't drink it enough. And if I don't eat cereal, I don't really use it. I just need to get back to eating cereal. But you just raw dogging milk at 8 o'clock in the morning did catch me a little bit by surprise. But again, maybe I'm the weirdo here for thinking that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird.
Yeah, I acknowledge, Bubba, that it might just be a me thing, a me problem. I don't mean to offend you. I'm taking ownership of it. I could be wrong
you can't
here.
offend me in my milk pleasure abilities.
Well, do something about it then.
No, I've already drank it all.
I don't think you're going to be able to fight in that little outfit you got on.
You don't think so?
No, the way you're going swishing around.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do, John.
I didn't see them wearing that little white blanket last night in the movie, that little white sheet in the movie. I saw them with armor and stuff on.
Yeah, well, even then, we don't know the time period of their movie.
Yeah.
That's not the Mycenaean armor
Yeah.
that people are used to seeing.
I don't think you're going to be able to fight in that, brother. You're not wearing warrior armor. You're wearing like.
I'm here to fight with my thoughts and intellect,
Yeah.
John.
I'm going to take that sheet and wrap your arms up in it like a little cocoon.
Bubba should have put his ump gear on under that.
Yo, that'd have been a nice touch. Big chest protector.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. We'll talk some sports coming up next. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies, plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Earlier this week, the SEC Network gave us our day. This used to be a big deal back when the SEC Network kind of first launched. Like, wow, we're going to play 24 hours of each school's best moments. Now here in 2026, it kind of snuck up on me, but Wednesday it happened, and then I saw our schedule, and I got to say, this might have been our worst takeover ever. And then that got me thinking, because like of the list, have you seen it? I'm just going to run it down for you in case you weren't watching on SEC Network on Wednesday. Softball versus Alabama. Men's basketball versus Louisville. Volleyball versus Georgia Tech. Baseball versus Texas. Softball versus Texas. Men's basketball at Alabama. Rowing. An SEC championship. Football at Florida. Soccer versus North Carolina. All access Tennessee spring football for 30 minutes. And then women's golf winning an SEC championship in prime time there from 8 to midnight. That feels like a pretty lackluster list. Like when you look at it just from like a football standpoint, the fact they're like, hey, your best game that we want to relive is win at 4-win Florida. Okay. Basketball, Louisville, okay. Win at Alabama. I get they can't really show the tournament games because they didn't have the rights to it. So you can't really show the Sweet 16 game, the Sweet 16 win. But I feel like that was a pretty lackluster schedule, and it got me thinking just about our last year in general. And I was wondering, like, are they missing something big? And like I said, a Sweet 16 win, yeah, that one probably would register. I mean, was that the best moment last year in all the sports combined?
I would think so. It felt like we were on the cusp of something really fun with softball, and then you kind of, you go and lose 2 straight there. So that kind of felt like that momentum just got halted real quick.
Yeah, I mean, maybe winning a College World Series. You can't really call it the World Series because it wasn't the final series, but you know what I mean? Like just winning a game there, probably equivalent to winning a Sweet 16 game, I guess. But the basketball matters more to me, and I think it does to most of the fan base. So I would say that was probably, especially the way you kind of beat down Iowa State, felt like a bigger deal. So does that mean that the number 2 moment for you, Sam, is beating Texas at the College World Series?
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a pretty sad. It's a pretty sad list when it gets kind of put right in front of you. It does make you think. For all I know that our fan base is pulled back pretty hard on the everything school moniker and stuff like that. But, for those couple years where we were really pounding the tables on, Tennessee's going to we're good at every sport under the sun, even, the power sports and the little ones that some
you're
people
complaining
don't
that
watch.
we're good at rowing and women's golf.
Yeah, basically.
I think I would have rather just put Georgia on there than the Florida game. Like, hey, here's Tennessee almost beating. Here, you remember how fun this game was? Here's Tennessee almost beating Georgia. That felt.
Just give me the best wins from the 90s.
Well, that felt like a bigger accomplishment than the win at Florida. Like, hey, here's you blowing a game, but hey, it was fun, huh? Everybody had a good time.
What if it just cut off before Max Gilbert attempted the field goal?
Maybe that's it. You get the turnover, and before Josh Heupel goes into his shell and doesn't, try to pick up any yards and just decides to kick a 40-yard field goal. Cut it off before then. Well, I feel like in the past they did used to try to sprinkle in classic games, but to their credit, I think they realized, hey, we've kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel on all the run we can get out of Tennessee beating Florida State or any of these other classic games. We got to just kind of keep it to the last calendar year.
We couldn't have gotten even just the baseball national title game. That's recent enough.
You would think they'd still want to play that. You would think so. Now, maybe that's weird for people because the Tony Vitello.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Tony Vitello part of it is still a little sore. And I don't know if Tennessee would want to necessarily promote that. I don't know if Tennessee has to sign off on each event, but yeah, I would. I wonder if they'd be like, hey, just show us winning this random, SEC game instead.
Maybe it's just, classic sports radio in the summertime talking points, but seeing this lineup come out does make me just feel like there's even more pressure on Heupel and this football team to go win some big games this year.
Well, that's one of my take too. And that's what I've maintained in terms of the schedule and forecasting 2026 is you really got to find a way to, at the very least, change the narrative back to Tennessee is really good at home. Because I thought that was something nice for Josh Heupel to hang his hat on, was that hey, this fan base and that cathedral on the hill, you put those two together with an above average team, and that's a really, really tough place to play. Yeah, they might not beat you, but what happened to Georgia, it's going to be a classic game. If they're going to lose, they're at least going to give you their best shot. Or they're going to beat everybody not named Georgia. That was a great one. Whenever we could just say, hey, we're gonna find a way to win every home game. Yeah, Georgia will get us whatever, but everybody else we're going to beat. And then Oklahoma and Vandy happened, and it doesn't feel that way heading into this year. It's an obvious statement, but bear with me. But think about how much more excited you would be about this 2026 season had the Oklahoma and Vanderbilt losses not happened last year. Or really just flip them and say they happened on the road. You can still say you went 8-4, because obviously you'd be more excited after a 10-2 season. But even if you were 8-4, but those losses were on the road, and you still had that confidence in your home field advantage, because your three biggest games of the year are all at home. Three games that in any given year would be your biggest home game.
I'd go as far to just saying if you just didn't lose if you just split.
Okay.
If you just maybe lost to Oklahoma and didn't let Vanderbilt just run you off of your home field to end the season.
Okay. I personally that Oklahoma game was a pretty big low point for me. It's losing game would still have. Go ahead.
I think to my point, it would just be this is a one-off really bad game. Whereas Georgia, you were super competitive against a really good team. Oklahoma was just we didn't have it that day, but you compound it with the Vanderbilt loss, and it's we just don't look like we belong at home now.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Sam. That one made it much worse. But hell, even Joe Milton went undefeated at home, except against Georgia. So I wasn't saying, it was just Joey off day. It's that Texas A&M game was a Joe Milton off day. I don't know if you remember. He threw for 100 yards, but you still found a way to win that game. Now, you could say that 2025 Oklahoma was much better than 23 Texas A&M, and I wouldn't necessarily argue, but it just felt nice over the last handful of years being if you're inside Neyland Stadium and you're not named Georgia, Tennessee's going to find a way to win that game. And then 2025 happened, and that kind of got put to bed. But yeah, think about how much more excited you'd be if you still had that feeling, because any given year LSU coming into town would feel like the biggest home game. Alabama's been the biggest home game for a long time. Texas is coming in here feeling massive this year. Now, maybe you get back to that. Maybe Tennessee can dust it off and show that last year was an aberration, a little bit of a blip. Because, regardless of the result, we got our ass kicked in 2 of the 3 games. Oklahoma, you can maybe argue, wasn't a full-out, straight-up ass-kicking, but it felt like they physically dominated you from the, after your opening touchdown, it felt like it got pretty ugly. Second quarter on. But it's not like because the crowd didn't show up or anything. So maybe you could sell me on just that magic being back. But I maintain you have to find a way to win 2 of those games. At the very, very, very least, you got to clip 1 of them. You can't go 0-3. I think you need to win 2 of them. But you can't go 0-3. Mm-hmm. And yes, Sam, part of that is because of when you actually look at what Tennessee fans were served over the last year, wasn't that great. And really in any sport. I give Rick Barnes and the boys, all the credit in the world for building a top 10 program. But it wasn't like it didn't feel like last year was that fun up until the tournament at times, or at least until that stretch in like late January, early February until Nate Ament got hurt.
Well, it's unfortunately due to the standard that they've set of getting to the Elite Eights and stuff like that. But just what you're saying, like due to the fact that you get to the Elite Eight, you play a really good Sweet 16 game like you did the year before, and you kind of get the same result in the Elite Eight. Just didn't exactly feel like you did a whole lot that was different.
Yeah, and I don't want to downplay that tournament run at all, because the tournament run was fun. Like even beating Virginia in the second round and beating Iowa State, those were great. I just meant most of the regular season wasn't even that fun. Like blowing that Kansas game sucked. Beating Houston was cool, but then you turned around immediately and blew like a double-digit lead to a pretty lifeless Kansas team that was like 3 players down. And then you followed that up with that terrible game at Syracuse. And then you followed that up with a second half led by Jelly Rolls, 20-minute interlude on the TV broadcast as Illinois runs away from you, and you lose that one by double figures. And then like in the SEC play, like, yeah, you won at Alabama. That was cool. But like, was winning at Alabama cooler than like blowing both of the Kentucky games? Because I would say probably not. So it was a little bit up and down, is all I'm saying. The road win at Vanderbilt was cool, but then you turn around and lost on senior day to Vanderbilt and kind of ruined that feeling. So it was an uneven season. Now, it ended in the Elite Eight, and we don't take that for granted. Like, the tournament run was cool. I came out of that season with a positive taste in my mouth, despite, the 11-7 SEC record and the stubbing your toe in the non-conference. To Sam's point, a lot of schools would be doing backflips over that, and there'd be a time in Tennessee's history where we'd be doing backflips over that, but not now with the standard that Rick Barnes and his team has set. The tournament run was almost like you got back slightly above even in that season. I think I would have put the Houston game on the breakdown before I put the Louisville win at home, just for the record.
You think they had the same problem with like the Players era not having rights to it or something like that?
I wouldn't think so, because that was on ESPN. Was it not? Or was it FS1?
That was like TBS.
Oh, it was like FS1. It was like Fox. You're right.
Yeah.
Or like you said,
TNT,
yeah. Turner. Yeah, you're right.
TNT and HBO Max.
Yeah, you're right. Now they have some type of deals like, with like swapping stuff out, but they probably didn't mess with it. So that probably is a good point.
Here's a spin idea for, revenge and just getting the boys fired up, Put our worst losses there across everything.
I wonder what the rating difference would be.
I actually do think like opposing fans would tune into that. No, because no other fan base wants to go see. No Tennessee fan wants to go see Alabama's highlights from the season.
Sure.
But everyone that hates Alabama in the SEC would love to watch their lowlights.
That's a pretty good point.
I like that idea, Bubba.
And I think I don't know how every fan base is, but I think the Tennessee fan base kind of likes to wallow in misery from time to time. Now you'd have to break out, I think, Bubba, and do it. You couldn't do it every year, probably, and you'd have to have some historical losses in there. But like a little group watch party of watching us blow the 2001 SEC championship, I think the Tennessee fan base would watch that. Yeah, it'd be a little bit of therapy.
I do subscribe to Sam's idea of, though, more older footage.
For sure. For sure.
So
now,
it's like,
most of that's going to run on like CBS and be tougher to get, but like you figure it out. Hell,
show me a highlight clip package of that.
Yeah.
And just narrate over it for like 15 minutes.
Sure. Sometimes it's good for a little hate watch.
I'd rather listen to like an episode of the Mike Keith show than whatever they put on some of the takeover things.
Yeah,
no offense to some of those teams.
I get they have to be inclusive. So like, hey, if the rolling team wins a championship, you got to give them their shine. But like, put that at 2 a.m. Does that count as like getting your shine if it's at 2 a.m.?
It wasn't shown on SEC Network when it was originally aired, probably.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the rowing girls. They work hard. But like, they
got a roster of a damn 100.
You could easily throw the golf championship in at like noon. Not there.
I would imagine the people on those teams also probably are like, the common Tennessee fan probably isn't getting super fired up about our stuff.
Yeah,
still love them though.
I do like the hate watch idea. I do like that idea.
Yeah, I think that's got legs.
If you're in the chat, shout out to you. If you have any submissions for best moments in any sport over the last calendar year, feel free to throw it in the chat. Bubba will get to it. Give us the suggestions.
Right now, they're just still shaken up by Cody Mack.
Yeah, is that they think we suck without him?
No, they're just concerned for him because guys are coming in and out. Oh, also Eric says Interstellar. Did you see Project Hail Mary this year, John?
I did actually watch Project Hail Mary
recently.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. To me, it didn't like blow my mind or anything, but it was good.
And then most recently, the Phantom Catch still ticks off.
That they're talking about the Florida game.
The
Jabbar Gaffney catch or non-catch. Yeah. You throw that on there and let us have a hate watch of that. I think the Tennessee fan base, and quite frankly, Bubba, like your generation, Sam, your generation probably needs to see some of that heartbreak.
100%.
Hell, throw back some of the stuff from the 80s and 90s that I don't really remember either, like my generation. Like it'd be good if you use it as like a history channel. That would probably be better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the History Channel isn't all rainbows and butterflies about our history. And sometimes like, hey, here are the Nazis. Matter of fact, a lot of times it's like, hey, here are the Nazis. Let's hate watch this.
And here's the advanced weaponry they used. Let's do a deep dive on that.
Send us a break. We'll come back. We'll continue the conversation. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox. Fox Sports Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in six-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Back on the program. Thinking of some of the Vols' best moments. I mean, baseball, anything jump out to you, Sam, in the last season? What would be the best moment of Josh Elander's first season?
Had like a walk-off. I mean, the walk-off earlier in the season was against like Wright State or something like that, I think. But like, I mean, that was at least kind of fun.
To win like 3-2 or something stupid like that.
I mean, it didn't really feel like we won in like a flashy way.
Yeah, maybe like one of the Mississippi State games. To me, like if you had to ask me the highlight of Tennessee's baseball season, maybe Tegan Kuhn's performance against Texas. Is that the game they went with? I assume him striking out 15.
I would hope.
I would think so. Yeah, I didn't actually see which one it was. It just says Tennessee against Texas. That one's a good submission. I think maybe the Friday night game or whatever game one was. It could have been a Thursday, I guess. But like the game one against Mississippi State, I remember being pretty fun. But like those are kind of the only two options, I feel like. Not one Lady Vol basketball game. Is that interesting on the SEC Network takeover? Like you're talking about trying to represent every team, but like I don't think on that list when I was reading, I don't recall seeing a women's basketball game on there. I wonder how many times in the past the SEC Network takeover has been devoid of a Lady Vols game.
Yeah.
Now they had two softball games and they had rowing and women's golf. So like the women were well represented, but not one Kim Caldwell moment. Which, you know, thinking back on the season last year, none of those jump out either.
I was going to say that does seem like one that we should let the rowing team have shine over, you know, a really mid women's basketball season.
Yeah. It's just kind of crazy to me they couldn't find one thing to celebrate. Granted, 2 years ago it would have been easy. You could have just played the UConn game on loop because that felt like a big moment, beating the the soon-to-be national champions. Men's basketball, like I said, the Sweet 16, they can't show that. The Houston game, they can't show that. I guess the road win at Alabama would be the answer there. But like in the last 5 years, like that road win at Alabama is probably only hitting like a 6.87 on the scale. And in terms of like celebrating big moments thing, like that was a good win. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like a 7 out of 10. It felt like, with a 10 out of 10 of like regular season games being the Jemai Mashack Alabama comeback. To me, that's like a 10 out of 10. Beating Alabama on the road with that, Nate Ament performance is like a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like just Nate's performance himself was like at least half of the reason why you felt good about that game.
Yeah.
Not even just, we went and beat Alabama, because, Rick Barnes and Tennessee have been pretty damn good at beating Alabama and Nate Oates.
I think it's because they're petty.
I think it's because they're petty.
No, for Lady Vols.
Oh, okay.
Because one team left you. Not a lot of, happiness there surrounding that.
Yeah.
Also, you ended the season, including, SEC and Tourney, on a 8-game skid.
Yeah.
So the vibes just kind of fell off there. And so it's like, we'll just forget this season ever happened.
That's an interesting point, though, about like, hey, there's no reason. If the school has any say at all, there's no reason in like showing these players who are all gone and like, 80% of them leave on bad terms.
Yeah, we don't want to make these girls look good at all or happy that they're here if they left.
Yeah.
Said a lot of mean things about the program and the coaches.
Yeah, because you're right. You could have showed like a road win at Alabama or like a home win against Kentucky when they were ranked 11th, and at least like sold it as a bright spot, beating a number 11 ranked team. And that was to get to like 6-0 in the SEC. So like that was probably a moment worth celebrating. But then, like Bubba says, man, there's so many L's down the stretch. You go from 14-3 to 16-13. That means you went 2-10 down the stretch. So yeah, if I'm Tennessee, I'm not really signing up to celebrate that either. What was the best football moment?
The season ending.
Just putting us out of our misery.
I like the idea of just doing the first quarter of Georgia.
Yeah.
Just that only.
The first quarter only? Okay.
Yeah.
Just rarely dragging that out for like an hour.
Just playing it over and over again for the length of a full game.
Which, I mean, I do feel like in the building, it did feel like that first quarter took an hour because, I mean, there's a lot of points scored. It did take an awful long time. That was the highlight of the season for sure.
Like the first touchdown pass Joey threw against Syracuse.
Yeah, I was going to say like the Syracuse game, I get that like maybe they want to keep it all SEC, but that's not even the case because they show us playing Louisville. So like, yeah, the first game against Syracuse to me probably felt more worthy of celebrating than like beating that lifeless Florida team, sandwiched in between some embarrassing losses.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be the Florida or Kentucky game that they would have shown?
What happened in last year's Kentucky game?
We just kept we scored a lot.
Okay,
kept
that's
intercepting.
right. Okay, I was at a wedding that night, so I wasn't really getting to watch live. But yeah, we scored a lot. Like Joey threw for like 400 yards, and we just scored a bunch. Yeah, that one, maybe even more. Nah, I'd go Florida over that one, Bubba. The Florida first half. You play the Georgia first half and the Florida first half. Boom, you got a game. Perfect. Those, I guess, probably would be the highlights of Tennessee's season last year. Because you're up like what, 31-0 to Florida?
Yeah.
Was it worse than that? 31-0 at halftime, I feel like.
31-11 is the final score Bubba's got over here.
It was what?
31-11.
We didn't score in the second half either, right? Because weren't people mad about that?
We just took the foot off
the
gas, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say it was 31-0 at halftime.
It was.
Okay. That's That first half, I mean, I don't want to poo-poo it because, look, we hadn't won in the swamp in so long. So, like, that game is worth celebrating.
Big brain idea here.
Okay.
We just take a montage of the best moments from each, like, sport and put it up there. So we do the first half of that, first quarter for Georgia, some big runs and other games, and that's the football showcase, right?
Yeah.
And then baseball is just every home run and just nice pitching performance that we, had out there. Put that in there.
Okay.
For basketball, they get their own, hour and a half, 2 hours of just like great plays and dunks and ankle breakers and stuff like that.
Do we still make DVDs and VHSs for like an hour long like recap of a team's season? You could just, maybe you've at least stumbled back into that idea, Bubba, where we just do a season highlight. You narrate a little bit. You have Mike Keefe tell the story of the Vols, and boom, you put it on a shelf. Here's the 2026 Vols wrapped up in 2025 Vols wrapped up in a 90-minute DVD. Throw some SEC Network commercials in there. Boom, it's 2 hours.
I like the idea of having Mike Keith come in there and just give a little, backstory.
Yeah.
Like, here's local guy Deshaun Bishop here from Knoxville.
Praise Big Bad Deshaun Bishop.
Kind of getting the help for his first season here on Rocky Top as a leadership role.
You tell the Joey story.
Yeah.
Because the Joey story sounds better.
From fireman to JUCO to what's next.
His performance this season looks a lot better when you take the journey into account. Otherwise, you're just watching like an erratic quarterback that sometimes made good deep balls and other times didn't look very good. But if you tell the whole story of, really he almost quit football and was a firefighter. And, he long, winding journey, Diablo College. Like, okay, this is pretty good then for a kid that was at Diablo College.
Kim Cottle on the Lady Vols basketball. She got pregnant, had a kid. Managed to go 6-0 in the SEC. Well, that's all we're going to show you today.
Hour one of the books. We'll kick off hour two with some headlines. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Only 3 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and some of the best promotions are still to come. Join us the last week of the month for Paint the Park Pink Night or Knoxville Giants Night. In August, we've got UT Night and free hot dog night, and we end the season in September with Ice Bears Night and Fan Appreciation. So much fun still to come. So get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
What are you going over under 2.5 years?
On Queen Elizabeth? Under.
Yeah.
Under. Let's hammer that under.
Under 2.5?
Yeah.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
She does not reach her 96th birthday. Is that what we're going with?
I'm saying the Queen gets
Queen Elizabeth II will not reach her 96th birthday.
What if she just turned 93, though? Can it be...
You said 96th birthday. I'm not counting down the days of when she's halfway through her years.
Can it be 96 or 2.5 years?
She won't make it to September of 2022?
Yeah.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Okay, I'll allow it. I'll work with you.
Unless she turns 96 before
You don't get to have it both ways.
Why not?
Which one is it, bro?
Over 2.5 years.
What a dummy. Her birthday's April 21st.
Damn it!
Got him!
You said the initial thing was 96.
And then you asked me for a favor, and I said yes. 2.5 years.
She's not going to make it that long.
Aim go September 25th, 2022, Cam. Queen Elizabeth will no longer be with us.
Seems like a long time.
She's
got great health care, though. It's just sick to me that you say she's going to die.
On 1340 WKGN.
If I had to pick a Super Bowl team at this juncture.
Oh, hold on, Jordan. We got some breaking news. The Queen has died.
Oh, no.
What? The Queen has died.
Whoa.
Two board bets. It's come across. According to CNN, Queen Elizabeth II has died peacefully at Buckingham Palace.
What?
Then he comes out last year, averages 8 points a game. His shooting goes down quite a bit. He goes from a 40% 3-point shooter, 41% 3-point shooter down to a 36% 3-point shooter. Numbers dip all across the board, and they reward him with a big payday. So, yeah, there's something fishy going on there.
I got to raise my hand. I goofed up.
Oh, God.
I had the audio off. So just quick recap. Flock Cameras, KPD wants your own personal camera for their use. And Gary Trent.
Okay.
It's hard to – I mean, I would think that Flock might have taken over our system and muted Bubba right there.
That is true. We can't really blame Bubba for that.
We can. I'll be an honorable man like Odysseus and go find a woman to sleep off with for 7 years.
What would come out of this Gary Trent stuff? Like, what is so scandalous about giving a guy? I mean, I understand the concept. You're giving him an insane
Is this something
pay.
more with the organization than it is him?
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, like with him, actually, he's represented by Clutch, which is an interesting wrinkle. I mean, that's LeBron's
didn't
agency.
somebody just get signed by Clutch or join Clutch? Or
I want to say he was with Clutch last year too, but I don't know that for sure. But like Sam, I mean, like salary cap circumvention, they probably would try to throw the book at him and get them in trouble just because you don't want, especially like right now while the Los Angeles Clippers aspiration, Kawhi Leonard things going on, where maybe you have the Clippers, giving a player extra money under the table. You don't want these wink-wink agreements that ruin the integrity of the game. And him willingly taking less money, knowing that he would get it on the back end, would be kind of, be kind of illegal for what they're doing there.
Some news around the Vols basketball program. Not great, as Christian Furman, the VCU transfer, fractured his left hand in practice.
Okay, so he's going to have surgery, and
they're saying he will miss the remainder of summer practice.
Okay.
Timetable to be determined.
Okay.
TMZ's given us two weird headlines. Unfortunate demise of somebody on the Small World ride at Disney World.
What do you mean?
Somebody died after riding It's a Small World.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean? They had like a heart attack and died of like natural causes or what? Because that's a pretty...
He did experience a cardiac emergency.
But that's like a pretty vanilla ride, right? Like this would just be wrong place, wrong time. Like Disney getting lumped into this headline. It isn't like the ride scared him or anything. He just... Like one of the teacups didn't like split his head open or nothing, right? He just dropped dead.
Yeah. And then also they gave us more insight on the Claude Lemieux, NHL player that died from self-inflicted, saying that it was due to confrontations about personal relations with his wife and addiction habits.
Okay.
Right there. We have I hope this is not AI. I think it might be AI. But an MMA event of robots in China. And a robot just kicked the head off the other one. It went crazy.
Do we know if it's real or not?
I don't know. I'll have to do further research on that.
Okay.
The CDC identified Taylor Farms lettuce as the suspected source of the cyclopsoriasis outbreak.
Really? So they got it. Taylor's Head lettuce.
Taylor Farms
lettuce.
It'd be bad if they're just the fall guy in this. They're just like, how do they know it's us? And they're just like, oh, you're one of the suppliers.
Is there any coming back?
I
for
do
Taylor
wonder.
Farms?
I do wonder if they just go through like Cisco or whatever, like food company, and then all these other places like Jersey Mike's and every other restaurant too that like uses them as a supplier.
You would think, Sam, that it would pretty much bury them. At least, like if
you got to go by like Bryson DeChambeau's PR team.
Like if you're Taco Bell, like the very easiest thing you could do is like, hey, we have cut ties with this farm, and we are getting a different distributor that will keep you healthy and earn your trust. Like I would imagine that's an easy thing to do, to try to like win back some favor. Do not eat shredded lettuce served at Taco Bell locations in Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia, the CDC said in its investigation update. So Tennessee's not included, although,
we are one of the places that have been affected by this, though.
Oh, we are?
I feel like we have.
There were some confirmed cases in Knox County, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't eat shredded lettuce in Tennessee either from Taco Bell. Your buddy who got it, was he?
He's still battling, brother.
Was that in Tennessee? Is that in Nashville?
Oh, yeah, he lives in Nashville.
But he still got it.
I texted yesterday. I was like, update, and he was like, sent this tweet from the toilet.
Okay.
I've mispronounced it, but I'm sticking with it. I called it cyclopsoriasis.
We're fine with it, Bubba.
Cycloporia. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you can't interrupt a man's golf swing. And the guy who FAFO'd around Jerry Rice found out.
It was a interesting video. Have you watched it?
Yes.
A guy yells during his backswing, and Jerry Rice just essentially turns around like, hey, and the guy starts trying to walk off, and Jerry Rice literally chases him down, and as he's running, he's asking people which one was it? And people are pointing him out, and he runs up 50 yards away and confronts him. I don't know what was said. It wasn't like he beat his ass or nothing, but then he walked back, and the crowd is giving him an ovation for doing so. The crowd's cheering Jerry Rice on. Yeah, go get that mean guy. And then he goes and I assume finishes his golf round.
John, you were right about this.
What was I right about?
Netflix's first swing at broadcasting the Home Run Derby resulted in the lowest viewership in more than 2 decades, as they had 5.3 million viewers.
What was I right about?
You said that it was because it was on Netflix that it would not get great reception.
I think Sam said that.
Sam, you were right.
Because I said Netflix is bigger than cable.
I'm in too many lotus flowers, man.
I don't want to sound like I was defending Netflix, but I was just saying I was talking about how WWE, that was their spin of hey, we're going off of USA, we're going to Netflix, but really we're going to be in 100 million more homes. 100 million more people have Netflix than they do the USA Network, which is probably true, but people weren't pulling up Netflix to watch sports, and the old uncles and dads and grandpas ain't pulling up Netflix to watch sports. And the 20-year-olds that are watching anime and stuff on Netflix ain't pulling up Netflix to watch the Home Run Derby. So
they're still trying really hard. When I turned on Netflix yesterday, the Home Run Derby is still the main thing on the page of watch again.
Now that's interesting. And that's something that you can't really offer on cable TV. I mean, I know you can DVR it or whatever, but the fact it'll have some shelf life, and it's not necessarily a live game where you have to watch it in the moment to feel entertained by it. You could watch the Home Run Derby. I could go home and watch it. I haven't really watched it yet. Go home and watch it and feel like I'm seeing it for the first time and that it's not outdated or anything. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it'll be enough to make up for the windfall of viewers they lost.
Tell me if you've heard this before. USA plans on infiltrating Japan. As Roger Goodell.
I don't think I've really heard that before. Have you?
I mean, back in the war.
When the hell have we infiltrated Japan?
Back in 1940.
40 what?
42.
Huh?
Something along that line.
Huh?
In history. Roger Goodell wants to take the NFL to Japan.
I mean, we correct me if I'm wrong, but we didn't put boots on the ground in Japan. We just dropped bombs over there, right? Were we actually fighting over there on the ground, infiltrating Japan? My understanding of the battle.
I don't know anything anymore, dude.
Okay, well,
I'm off my A game. I'm off my B game. I'm off my C game.
Yeah.
I'm scratching my arms.
Bubba clearly hasn't gotten to that point in history yet. He's worried about Trojan horses.
That's true.
I've been in a wooden horse in a boat.
He also thinks it was 1942. So, yeah, he's got some catching up to do. Keep reading the book.
And then one unfortunate thing, just for me, not sport related, but the God of War actor Ryan Hurst, who played Mentor in the Odyssey, tore his bicep and is now getting cut as they're recasting his role. Guy, man bun, long beard.
In what? God of War?
Yeah, they're making a TV series based off the video game God of War.
Oh, okay.
And he was the lead role for that.
And he was going to be
Kratos.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Rocky movie where it's like, oh, I got to write this script, and then the new movie coming out, I Am Rocky.
I play Rocky, I think.
I play Rocky.
Same thing.
I broke my hand on the frozen piece of meat. Oh.
I gotta be honest. I watched the trailer for that yesterday. I thought it looked pretty good.
I actually was kind of fired up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about the guys doing the I'm Sylvester Stallone.
I think it sounded a lot like I imagine a young Sylvester Stallone looked like. I thought that guy was gonna. I mean, that guy might end up winning Best Actor or something for portraying it. They're really squeezing the. I will say that they squeezed a lot of money out of the Rocky idea. You had what? 6 Rocky sequels. You had what? 3 Creed sequels. Now you're going to have a movie about making the movie.
Good for Sylvester Stallone, a.k.a. Mike.
A.k.a. Mike. All right, Bubba, go back to headlines.
It wasn't, John. We're done with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to redo headlines.
Reprimand me or something. I don't know.
Huh?
What?
You want to be punished? It's weird when you ask to be punished. That feels like something inappropriate. I don't like it.
It's not.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Don't ask to be punished.
Okay.
Go to break, Sam.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Is it a bad take to say I want my golf coverage to include more like
golf?
Bad shots?
Yeah, not necessarily bad shots, because I get they don't want to make fun of the golfers.
No, but just like crazy stuff happening around other people.
I don't really want that if they're like 5 or 6 over par or anything like that. But like I want to see more like par saves or just like missed par putts from people in contention. Like,
I've had this take for years. I think there needs to be like a kind of like an ESPN Plus type broadcast, but it's players that are like hovering around the cut line.
Okay.
To where it's like every single shot matters to try and stay in this tournament. And I feel like we're kind of saying the same thing of like, hey, you've got a 15-foot par putt, cuts 1 over par, and you're here at, even.
Now they'll do that with like some of the big guys that are like,
Right.
on the cut line, but
I just find the whole like any player on the cut fascinating.
sure. No, I mean that's a good point. That would be that should be something like a red zone type of thing. Like I would watch that on Fridays. Like if you're like, hey, here's the final couple hours and these guys are, within 2 shots of the cut, what happens? But like just yesterday I was very frustrated because it felt like I was just watching on the main coverage. It felt like I was watching a Rory McIlroy like featured group.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody except Rory. Like they were just all over Rory. And I get that Rory's a big name. I understand that part of it. But like even like his playing partner, Matt Fitzpatrick, like I wasn't even getting to see every one of his shots. I was like, can we at least see like Fitzpatrick shots? Like he's not necessarily chasing the cut on a Thursday afternoon, but like he needs to kind of, get it going. And then, by the way, it's like, oh, here he is on the green. We didn't show his shot 2, out of the rough. But like, just somebody like Morikawa who, went from 5 under, who was, 3 shots off the lead. He just went bogey, and I didn't see any of it. I'd like to see how the hell he got those bogeys.
I think golf coverage as a whole is done really poorly. I get very frustrated by it.
I mean, they're
all
in
the commercial breaks and everything like that.
They are in a tough position though. Like for John's aspect, like you want to get guys that have some notoriety to them that you can market off of and that people have probably seen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it makes sense why they would show the biggest guys.
Yeah, but at the same time, use the bigger guys, but also like
you do want to elevate new people.
Yeah, elevate new people. Like there'll be plenty of times, not so much just I'm not picking on USA, but there's plenty of times when I'll be watching and betting on this stuff or trying to pay attention, and they won't show like a single shot of my guy, and he'll be like just like 4 or 5 shots of the lead on Saturday. Like he's not completely irrelevant, but I don't ever see a shot he makes, and it drives me bonkers.
And the fact that they do like featured group coverage where they have separate broadcasts that just only show Rory McIlroy's group playing. It's like,
yeah,
go direct people to that. Show, I do want to see the entire field go play the course. It's not the Rory McIlroy Open.
I think it did take me a while to realize that the ESPN Plus's coverage was really just like the 3 things combined. So like if they're showing like, we got 2 broadcasts of featured holes and 2 featured groups. If you just watch like their broadcast, it's just those 4 things combined. I think it took me like 3 years to realize that as I was watching. Like, where is everybody else? I thought this was coverage for everybody. And it's still the same exact thing, just all rolled into one. It took me way too long to realize that was happening. But yeah, just I feel like my golf friends all kind of complain about that, right? About the coverage. Like no one really likes the golf coverage, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I saw there's I can't remember who it was, but it's some golf like beat reporter or someone like that who's over there doing coverage and is in like the little media center and said he was watching like the the USA Network broadcast and then watching the Sky Sports broadcast. And it was like the first hour of the tournament or something like that, and said that the USA broadcast had gone to commercial like 5 or 6 more times more than whatever Sky Sports had done. And the coverage was just so much more extensive on the European broadcast.
I do appreciate that they at least mostly will do the playing through for the most part, and you get to like watch it in a small box while they give you the ads.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that part of it. And there's no like timeouts like there are in other sports where you can easily find, it's
a tough sport to fit advertising.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no natural lulls. I mean, you saw what we had to do with the World Cup, right? I mean, we had to give them a hydration break so we could split it up to get our commercials in. We had to change football from halves into quarters. Is it dumb?
Basketball going into quarters too? Aren't they doing that for basketball or trying to or no? Like men's basketball, will that ever happen or no?
I mean, they've been talking about it with women's basketball. They've done it with women's basketball. Yeah. I think they should do it with men's basketball, but I haven't seen that actually like gaining steam. That hasn't been a rule change that I missed, is it?
Not that I know.
Okay.
Don't trust anything.
I really don't, but then you just say it, and you do say it with some confidence, and it does throw me off. It throws me for a little loop sometimes. Then we both just end up looking stupid. I like to think I'm pretty plugged in. Like, I'm on my phone way too much, but like I do feel like I'm trying to just stay plugged in constantly on stuff that's happening. Sports and just other stuff. I don't like missing anything. It's a terrible way to live. I was thinking about that when watching the Odyssey last night. I was thinking about like if I was alive during that time and you just like, hey, we're going on this boat ride. We're going to this war, and then I'm gone for 20 years. What the hell? 20 years? And even the guys that didn't take that long, it still took them 10 years. Like, what the hell is a life expectancy back then? You would think that'd be like 70% of your life if you were gone for 20 years.
I did ask Sam this, but would you rather be in the Trojan War or the World War?
I mean, it depends. Am I good? Am I good at war or am I bad at war? Am I good at battle or bad at battle? Because if I was really good with the sword, like it'd be nice to just do hand-to-hand combat. You ain't got to worry about anybody like, shooting you with a gun. But if I wasn't good at hand-to-hand combat, I'd like the option of just shooting somebody with a gun. Even the playing field a little bit. Because I feel like in the Trojan War, Bubba, you either had to be really good with a bow and arrow or really good with like a sword. But even then, somebody can, stab you from behind. I was thinking about that too. Is like, would I just be a coward and like be like the Robert Pattinson character and be like, I don't want to go to war. I'm good. I'm gonna hang back here. Or would I fight? I don't know. Hell, if you didn't have nothing else going on in life, might as well go to war, I guess. Something to do.
So in the sense of golf, if you were good at golf, would you try to pursue playing professionally, or would you just become like a golf YouTuber?
If you're actually like good enough to get people to like watch you and stuff?
Yeah.
I'd say it'd be much easier right now to break through and be like a successful YouTube golfer and make money than it would be to be like an actual professional golfer where you could be a professional and still not be making great money.
I think it's the mental aspect of it.
Sam, this might be a dumb question. You might not have the answer. I apologize. I feel like sometimes I just ask you stuff and you're like, I don't know. But like the best YouTube golfers all probably make 7 figures, right? They're probably all like in the millionaire range, right? Like YouTube is such a big payout for like, content. And those, I imagine the best YouTube golfers are getting close to 1 million views per episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine it's at that number or somewhat around it.
Now, when you're that successful, you got to pay a team. So like, it's not just one guy. There'll be like, I'd imagine 7 or 8 guys in the process of filming and editing and all that. But like, I'd imagine those channels are making millions of dollars a year.
Yeah. I mean, they've like expanded too into just other aspects of things of like, I don't keep up with like good, all that close, but I know they have like, their own apparel and stuff now. They've made like
it's in Dick's Sporting Goods,
some like custom clubs. Like I'm sure they've scaled their business even further out from just YouTube revenue.
You get all that, then you get sponsors to go along with it, and then you end up getting paid appearances to go places. Yeah, for sure. But like, I would say, Bubba, like it'd be much more attainable to look if you're a good golfer and be like, should I just try to go this route and be entertaining, or should I actually try to be like one of the all-time greats? Now, like, I think being one of the all-time greats, if you're actually like that good, would be much more satisfying and rewarding. So, like, if you're actually that level of prospect, you still try to go pro.
I mean, you've heard of that Brad Dahlke guy who won that internet invitational thing that they did.
Okay, keep going.
And I mean, he was like a super, super highly rated junior golfer, played in the Masters early in his career, and then
Played
just
at
like
Oklahoma.
lost it basically, and like quit professional golf for a while. And now he's gone on to like YouTube golf, and he's become incredible. Won that internet invitational thing, and everyone was just saying like, oh, this guy could be a professional golfer if he wanted to. And he's gotten like some sponsor exemptions, and he's playing on a PGA Tour event next week.
He did play like last week or 2 weeks ago.
How does he perform there when he plays?
Like Bubba said, he played on some DP World Tour event.
I think he finished like top 29 or something like that.
He was in like third place after like 3 days.
Okay.
And then, didn't play great on Sunday.
Why did he lose it? Like you say, he lost his game. No, like you say, he lost his game. Like, was it like a mental breakdown?
Yeah, I think
if you can't handle the mental aspect of it, then I think I would just chill and do YouTube and like not put that stress on me. Because I mean, that's the same thing that happened with Anthony Kim, is his name, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he just his was drugs and everything, but he says the drugs and alcohol was because of the pressure. I mean, is what they sold the story as. I mean, I don't know, but like, not everybody's wired to be like this super ultra competitive person. So like, if you can make a really good living and make a bunch of money and get your joy back, chasing the greatness of like trying to win a green jacket might not be for you. It might be better just to like, hey, I got to make a couple $1 million a year and be pretty happy.
As this Dahlke guy was like going into the weekend, basically in the lead in the tournament, they were like, why have you not decided to go back to professional golf and pursue that? And he's like, hey man, I've got like a really good thing going with YouTube. It's not as stressful, like I can do this stuff and I can get sponsor exemptions into these tournaments and go scratch that itch.
Yeah. Like, and look, it's a much, much smaller scale. So don't think I'm making a comparison of me being an equal, but like, I kind of view it the same way. Like, do I think that I could have grinded and like went to like a newsroom or went to like a big radio station in Nashville and like grinded the weekend producing all their like all the like the national content and doing all like the I don't want to say like bitch work, but like just like go in and like grind. Like you actually have to like clock in and do everything and like sacrifice. Do I think I could have like done that in a bigger market and been on the radio maybe 20 years later doing something? Sure. But I kind of like this because I make enough money to be happy and I get to hang out and kind of talk ball with my friends and the pressure is much less. I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to go clock in for a morning shift. I don't have to go do all this other type of stuff. I don't have to go do all this sponsor corporate mumbo jumbo. Now, again, much smaller scale, but like I kind of relate to the guy who's like, you know what? I'm comfortable. My life's good. I'm happy. I get to scratch the itch I need to. But Bubba, the question you didn't ask gets related. You talked about golf. I'm not interested in that really, that conversation, as much as I am like kids that are growing up playing baseball. If you're a young baseball player, do you look at the major leagues as the goal? Or are you like, man, it'd be really fun to play banana ball and like do the circus sideshow, have fun with it and try to be an entertainer? Like, does that pop up and we see that expand to, a bigger deal where that's more attainable for kids to try to do that sideshow aspect of baseball?
So that's why I hate the bananas.
No, for sure.
That's like actually a concern of
you can indoctrinate the children for sure. Yeah, 100%.
So the thing is, like, I think the pros is still going to be like the top goal for anybody across any league and sport. Like, you want to make it to the highest level of competition. But it definitely changes the way people are still involved in the game. Because it's like, I knew a guy and it's like he played, went to Purdue, did pretty good there. And it's like, okay, does he want to sign for some, small, like, single A contract, or does he want to try to go play for the Bananas where he's still with the game, but he's not grinding it, making maybe a little bit more money, more freedom, not as tough of like on the body physically and mentally.
And if you have any type of entertainment background or any type of entertainment chops, I mean, you could go there and make way more money and like not have to go right around the minor leagues, like 100%.
Because it's like it still keeps you involved with the game.
That's what my cousins, I don't know if fiance or just boyfriend, but like she travels around. He plays for like the Texas Clowns, I think it was. But like he out of college got drafted like really, really late, and it just didn't work out. Like it wasn't going to be enough money to like try to pursue, but instead went and tried out. And now he's like one of the main pitchers of like I think it's
the Indianapolis Clowns, Texas Tailgaters.
Okay, he's the Clowns. He's always doing this whenever like in his thing. So like he'll like strike somebody out and do this, but like that's like my cousin's longtime boyfriend, who's like from this area. I'm pretty sure, but like he was like, I'm just gonna do that instead, and I think is making a pretty good living and playing at least around the game of baseball and like entertaining.
What do you say you do for work if you're him? Would you say that you're in entertainment, or would you say I'm a clown?
I would think I would just be like, you heard of the Savannah Bananas? That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that's embarrassing. I think people be like, I think people be like, oh my God, that's awesome.
If you can sell out Neyland Stadium and then like Fenway and all these other like pristine like places throughout the country, like there's no shame in that.
Oh, 100%.
Is it embarrassing to be like, yeah, I get to do TikTok dances for my job so that way kids will hopefully recreate this?
I mean, yeah, you can argue about whether or not it's embarrassing. That's fine and dandy, Bubba. But I'd say they're pretty happy and making some pretty good money. Or at least like making more money or at least feeling some type of fulfillment that they wouldn't get, just from working a quote unquote regular job.
And then like my last like follow up with this, going back to the golf, would be like, we know DeChambeau is one of those guys, but like, what are the odds that we would see more somewhat bigger names deciding, hey, let's maybe jump into this kind of content game?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if any professional golfer could quit and have the same amount of luck as DeChambeau's had. There's some benefit to Bryson being first there. You know what I mean? Or at least like one of the first. I don't know if he was the first professional golfer. Like I know Phil Mickelson was trying to do like the YouTube stuff and talked about his like rights and all that. But
like, would we ever see Jordan Spieth being like, hey, you know what? Maybe just mentally have clocked out and not been doing the greatest anymore. Let's try to become more personable.
Yeah, possibly. I don't really know if he has the personality for it. Or Bryson doesn't seem to be mind being like a doofus or a punching bag on there. And doesn't mind to try to like do the TikTok trends and all that stuff. Like he
Jordan
seems
Spieth is too stubborn to do YouTube golf.
Yeah.
He can't.
You need a guy that's sold out to live.
Let alone.
I did appreciate Bryson yesterday, though. Going out and shooting, going out and shooting
awesome.
like 3 under, and then like referencing his strategy 3 times in like a 30-second answer after the.
Hey, I hate that guy as much as anyone, but I can tip my cap on that one.
Yeah.
I love a good petty media response.
Because who was it? Nick Faldo, who said that?
Yeah.
Nick Faldo had come out and said that Bryson just hits the ball and doesn't really have any strategy, doesn't think the game. So I did appreciate Bryson, shooting a really good round and then coming out and just talking about his strategy nonstop. Hat tip to Bryson. Send us a break, Sam.
Fedora tip.
Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
You guys are going to have to do the rest of the show.
Yeah, you look bad.
Bubba can't contain his excitement over there. Look at him. He thinks it's so funny.
It's funny.
Look at him. He just thinks it's so funny over there.
It's
Just
not
giggling.
funny. I sympathize.
Going into 18, just hitting my golfer to avoid a double bogey. And now on 18, he's got about 7 feet left for triple bogey.
We've said it like 3 or 4 times on here, but I feel like it might be time to give up Colin Morikawa just monetarily.
He's been so good for me. So I can't just quit him.
This is the problem that you run into with golfers, though. People latch onto their guy.
Yeah.
And they say that he's been so good to me, I can't quit him. And then you get into the you become one of the Jordan Spieth fans who's like sitting here at a tournament being like, oh no, he can scrap it out, I promise.
Well, it's not hold on. It's not gotten that bad.
I'm just saying it will eventually.
Well, it might. And I did get off Colin last year. I didn't really mess with it all with him last year. He sucked last year. But this year he's won a tournament for me.
He's played well this year.
He finished third, and I had him to win, or I had him to finish ahead of everybody except Scheffler and Hovland, and he did. That was 35-1. Yesterday he cashed his under in the round, and today, he just fell apart. He fell apart. He was 5 under, 3 under on the day. I just seen him to shoot 1 under. We were looking good going into the back 9, and the back 9 just kicked his ass, and mostly just hole 18 kicked his ass.
I think I'm all in on Sam Burns now for this tournament. After he got his heart ripped out at the U.S. Open,
gutted me.
Back-to-back years.
God, that hurt bad.
Burns just shot 62 today as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
I have him in my pool. That's such a swing.
Yeah, that's a gut punch right there.
Funny enough, after I complained about not getting to see bad shots, they showed me 3 bad.
Don't show them.
They showed me 3 bad shots in a row, and I think I wish I didn't see it. They saw him in the fairway on 18. I'm like, okay, good. Let's see if we can get on this green in regulation. Then it pops up. Actually, this is his 3rd shot. I was like, oh God. Then he hits it off the green. I'm like, okay, now we got to get up and down, save bogey. And then he literally hits his chip 7. He hits it about 4 feet up a hill. It stops and rolls back down. He did end up making the double bogey putt, but that does me no good. So you guys got to do the rest of the show. See if it's funny now, Bubba. Go ahead. You always talk about being underutilized. Go ahead and cook. See what you got. Floor's yours.
Sneezing up a storm back here.
Oh, God. We just couldn't have that happen. And then that's what happened. Oh.
You going to bet on his under tomorrow? Chip on his shoulder after, a choke on 18?
Truth of the matter is, yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Just to be completely honest, I probably still will. He'll probably come out and fire a 3 under tomorrow. I also have him to win the tournament. So, I mean, like, it was looking pretty good when we were 5 under. And he had the best odds, everybody not named Scotty. And I was like, okay, we're in a good spot here. We're in a good spot here. And then he just completely fell apart. Go ahead, Bubba.
Nah,
Floor's yours.
I'm still kind of recovering from how I got cucked by Olive Garden yesterday.
Oh, you weren't able to get a pass?
No. I was counting it down, looking at the clock, and then about 5 minutes till 1:55, I was like, all right, let me go on to the webpage here. Did that, watched the clock count down. As soon as my buy now button turned white, I clicked it. Boom, queue of 60,000 people. I was like, shoot. Well, all right.
60,000?
Yeah.
That's the highest number I heard. I had a buddy, though, that tried to get on there, and it was 20,000. And they were only selling how many?
10,000.
Oh, yeah. So you were cooked.
And then every 30 minutes, the number would drop by 10,000. I'm like, all right, I see the pace we're moving here. Maybe it's just like, hey, 10,000 at a time, 1 in 6% chance, or 1 in 6 people get it. And I just kept waiting, and then eventually it goes to like 2:30 or whatever, and I'm like, hold on now. And then at about 3:30 or so, I'm just like, all right, I've been waiting here. The number's been stuck for quite a minute. I looked apparently on social media. They're just like, hey, we already sold out. And they did that like an hour ago. And I was like, what do I do here? So I kept it going. And then eventually it just like resets around like 4:30-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, there goes my hopes and dreams.
They've got you jumping through too many hoops for this anyway. I saw that somebody asked Olive Garden about kind of the specifics. The never-ending pasta pass is only for use by the pass holder whose name is printed on the pass.
Well, I think that's fair. No
Passes
sharing.
are personalized and non-transferable. Pass holders must present a valid photo ID along with the pass at the time of ordering.
All acceptable hoops, I think, Sam.
An ID, John?
Well, you can't let them share.
You don't need an ID to vote in some states, but we need it for a damn pasta pass.
Well, you can't let people share it. I can't take my pass and give it to you.
Not even if you couldn't eat pasta if I had the pasta pass and took you out to dinner at Olive Garden, you got to pay for yourself. It's like I can't use my pasta pass on you.
Sure. Yeah.
That's BS.
Like it's
a family of 4 gets one pasta pass, and you say, "Sorry, wife, sorry, 2 kids. I'm getting pasta for myself, but you guys got to pay for yourself."
You think one pasta pass should be allowed to feed all 4 kids?
Yeah.
How would that be profitable to the Olive Garden company?
This is the dumbest idea in the world in the first place. They shouldn't be putting this out in general.
It's for one person.
It's not a profitable venture at the start.
When you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, Sam, guess what? If you take 4 people, you got to buy 4 plates. You don't get to buy one all-you-can-eat pass and then just feed your family off your plate.
It's not like this is a thing forever. Like, this is only for a couple months or for like a year or something. You might as well let people run up the tab while they can.
No, the opposite. It's already a good enough deal. Where if you get one,
this is a terrible deal. Look at what Bubba had to go through.
Well, I'm not going to say it was easy to get, that it was easily accessible.
I think it's a terrible deal.
I watched these pixelated elbow macaroni noodles fall down time and time again.
Did anybody list them on eBay? Can you resell them? Probably not, I guess. If you
you gotta sell your ID with it.
We don't like people reselling stuff.
The worst thing too
we
is
talked
like,
about StubHub CEO reselling stuff. I'm glad Olive Garden isn't able to flip these themselves.
They never told me that they sold out. They just kept me in that queue.
Well, that's Bubba would still be in that damn queue today. Just
Yeah, I
sitting
would.
there waiting.
And it's the fact that too, I'm willing to give them my money for this really dumb thing.
You know
and
what?
Put my body to the limits.
If I ever had a company that was doing something like that, I would try to do it like that, Bubba. I'd have people sit in a queue. I'd tell them it starts at 2:00, but I'm only actually putting them up for sale at 4:00. I want the people that cared enough to sit here refreshing for hours, waiting.
If you did refresh, you lose your spot.
Okay, well, not refreshing, but just sitting there watching the noodles fall down. How bad do you want it? It's like the radio gimmicks where they like give away a free car. You have to go there and put your hand on the car, and whoever has it there last gets it. No bathroom breaks or nothing. Survival of the fittest for those pasta passes.
Olive Garden can burn in hell now.
Sam's going to be distraught when we go to Golden Corral and he's got to buy his own plate and just can't eat off mine.
They don't make you show your ID at Golden Corral.
Well, they do to get in Sam's
American
Club.
elections are not as safe as
they do to make sure you're not a
Olive
senior
Garden
citizen.
Pasta Pass these days.
You got to show ID to get into Sam's Club and Costco. So some places are still doing it right. You ain't got to show it to get into Kroger, but if you want to go to Sam's Club and take advantage of their specials, you got to show ID. Hour 2 in the books. We'll see what Bubba's got cooked up for hour 3. He's in control. And go back to the drawing board. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Only 3 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and some of the best promotions are still to come. Join us the last week of the month for Paint the Park Pink Night or Knoxville Giants Night. In August, we've got UT Night and free hot dog night, and we end the season in September with Ice Bears Night and Fan Appreciation. So much fun still to come. So get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Ay. Overrated, underrated, a Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends.
Hour number 3, kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This hour is brought to you by SM Athletics.
Talk Sports.
If you need any sports uniforms for any upcoming seasons, they do them all here. Softball, basketball, football, curling, cricket, water polo. They can get you gear for your sports season at SM Athletics. Visit them online at smathletics.com or give them a call at 865-966-3434. I'll help kick off Hour 3 headlines with a little bit of a report coming from, I see it from Ben McKee. I imagine the university has announced it, but Tennessee basketball has scheduled a home-and-home series with Michigan State. The Spartans coming to Knoxville this season. That seems quick for an announced home-and-home.
Love it.
Michigan State coming to Knoxville this season on November 17th. Am I tripping, or do we not typically have like big non-conference home games that early in the season?
Saying we don't?
Yeah, we typically don't do that. I thought typically that was more like a December thing. I
think it's just we've gone on the road the last couple times, I feel like.
When did we go on the road that early? I mean, because like the Illinois game 2 years ago, that was also like middle of December, was it not?
The Louisville game?
Louisville, no. I was saying the Illinois game a couple years ago. But yeah, Louisville was on the road. That one was like the first game of the year, basically, second game of the year. Okay. Now, their return trip this past year, was that as early or was that also December? Yeah, that was December 16th this year. But you're right, we did play them up there. Second game of the year. But yeah, this past year, just a whole bunch of ball games up until that, Thanksgiving tournament. I feel like typically that's how it goes. In 2024, we had Syracuse. That was a neutral site, though. That was Atlantis we played in 2024?
Bahamas,
yeah,
we did. It's where we played Baylor.
I mean, they still got 9th. Cohen Carr on them, right?
Say that again, Bubba. Sorry.
Michigan State still has Cohen Carr, or did he get drafted?
I haven't looked.
I think he's back.
Yeah, I haven't looked at
him and Jeremy Fears. Nice little boom boom.
That's good. Early season clash. I assume, is that on what's November 17th? Do we know what day that's on? Is that a weekend, weeknight? November 17th
Thursday.
Is a Tuesday.
Oh, sorry. I was in December there.
Yeah. A Tuesday, November 17th. Okay. I mean, that's a good, nice bonus for season ticket holders for
Super
sure.
Tuesday.
Nice bonus for season ticket holders. All right, Bubba, what other headlines you got?
Well, LeBron James. Not ready to reveal his next team, but it will be fun.
But he's acknowledging that he's already made up his mind, correct? Because like he said yesterday, I saw the story yesterday, the headline, that basically he said if you've been following his clues, you already know where he's going. AKA, he knows where he's going, and he's trying to do his own little version of damn Blues Clues. You kidding me, LeBron? You kidding me? That I found that to be annoying when he said that. If you already know, bro, just let's announce it. Let's move on.
We have Chase Burns, former VFL, but not really. And the Reds reaching a 7-year, $105 million extension.
That's big. It's big for Chase Burns to get like kind of sped up, right? This is basically one of those baseball deals where they're going to get a bargain in like years 4, 5, and 6, but he gets to make a lot more money early on in the extension versus like trying to drag it out and doing the arbitration and playing for peanuts and then having to scrap and claw to get a pay bump and all that. I always kind of feel like these are mutually beneficial. He gets to actually make some big life-changing money now, and then the Reds get a little bit of a bargain that maybe keeps him in Cincinnati all 7 of those years. And now he kind of gets to be the guy. They kind of build around. He's been pretty damn good for them. Kind of the lone bright spot since the first month of the season. The Reds came out looking really good at the beginning of the season and then have been pretty bad, really bad ever since then.
I'm not going to say update, but we have an update on the porta potty.
This video was absolutely crazy. The story was stupid enough as it is, and then people started sending us the video, and I watched it, and it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Go ahead and give the people the update, Bubba. But it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
I actually don't have the update.
Okay. Well, the update is basically this guy claims that he fell in trying to get a Mountain Dew bottle out of it, which I don't know if that's true or not.
You going to stop drinking Mountain Dew because of this?
No, I enjoyed some Mountain Dew last night at the movie theater. I'm not going to let it bother me. Now, I will say that if I was going to pick a soda that somebody would try to get into a porta potty to get, it probably would be Mountain Dew. The people who drink Mountain Dew probably, feel that like that type of person. But hell, that could be a marketing slogan for Mountain Dew, or that should be a positive.
What, a mountain of doo-doo for Mountain Dew?
We're so good that somebody climbed through a mountain of doo-doo trying to get the drink because they didn't want to lose their Mountain Dew. That's how good we are. People were desperate to have it.
Or Mountain Dew tastes like you could do reverse marketing on them if you're in a rival company.
Sure. You can always pick apart something, Sam, okay? You can always pick apart something.
This is not great PR for a local brand.
No, I would say if I'm Mountain Dew, I don't want to be associated with a big, like if you're Mountain Dew, you're taking bullets right now because you're also associated pretty closely with Taco Bell too, right? Like the Taco Bell Baja Blast is Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah.
When I think of Mountain Dew, like Taco Bell is one of the first like 5 or 6 things that come to mind. When I think of Taco Bell, Mountain Dew is like the second or third thing that comes to mind.
Maybe this guy had just a regular Mountain Dew and a Taco Bell taco with a little too much lettuce on it and had to go to the porta potty, dropped his Mountain Dew bottle in there, did his business, slipped in. Yeah, it's bad luck for Mountain Dew.
A mountain of doo-doo, Sam called it. Nice. What else you got, Bubba?
Him just climbing out of that thing is so gross.
Well, John, we have the NHL releasing the expanded 84-game schedule for the 26-27 season, up 2 games from the previous 82 game.
I didn't even know this was happening. Why are we expanding it?
Wait, say this again. What's expanding?
The NHL is going from 82-game seasons to 84-game seasons.
It's trying to be different from the NBA. Like, is 82 not enough? Because on the other side, like NBA, like we're ready for the season to end when it ends. When the regular season's over, everyone's like, thank God, it's time for the playoffs. Are NHL fans looking and saying, we really just need a couple more games to decide this? That feels dumb.
2 more divisional games, it says.
We have the World Cup winners to be awarded championship rings.
The World Series champions are going to get
The
championship rings?
FIFA World Cup
Are getting rings, okay.
winners will get rings.
All right. I mean,
along with the traditional trophy and medals.
Medals feel more appropriate for soccer, but if they want rings, get them rings.
It feels American.
This is the white people influence.
That's a fair point. Like, yeah, this is an American culture thing.
The Chicago Fire and the Vancouver Whitecaps have been postponed because of the wildfire smoke.
So there's smoke coming out of Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know that, like, my old lady is going with her family to Cincinnati this week to see John Cougar Mellencamp. And apparently he had to cancel his concert in Detroit.
I canceled my concert in Detroit, too.
Because of the smoke coming out of Canada, yeah. Smoke was too much coming out of Canada. And she was like, she didn't think it was going to get all the way down to Cincinnati. And I was like, I don't think so either. But it has impacted John Cougar Mellencamp. Anything else, Bubba?
Not really.
You're done already? Okay. Sam, thoughts on the Michigan State home and home? I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good one for a basketball program.
Yeah, I'm all over that. Obviously love just playing elite programs early in the season. I like being able to give this team that's, pretty much completely new a big test to start the season off. I like, the fact that it is a home and home and not, being played in Bridgestone Arena for 2 years in a row or something like that. The fact that they got to come to us, we got to go to a hostile environment the year after that. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's intrigue to me too, and like Tom Izzo and Rick Barnes kind of being two of the last guys of kind of the old age of college basketball, still duking it out and kind of finding a way to make it work in the NIL landscape.
Yeah, I think I agree with all that, everything you just said. In terms of Izzo and Barnes feel kind of like the last of the old regime. I like that they're kind of sticking together in a way, trying to protect the last brand, but also like, Michigan State, I guess there really wouldn't be any financials attached to this, right? The financials would just be whatever you can generate from your home game, essentially.
Yeah.
Another big home game for Tennessee to be able to sell in a day where, like, when you prioritize the Players Era tournament and maybe don't, prioritize the home crowd, it's nice to have a big game. Because last year you didn't really have any big non-conference games except that Louisville game.
The ACC SEC game sucks again this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
We have our Villains Texas Tech renaming their stadium.
What are they naming it?
To Galaxy, after an AI data center company.
Oh, gross.
Did you guys see what SMU is doing?
No.
They named, it's like some new sports performance building or something like that. They named it after Kevin Jennings, their current quarterback.
I thought that was interesting.
I'd imagine that's some very lucrative NIL deal to do like a current player. Is that just like a new thing that we're going to do in NIL landscapes? Like, hey, we're going to name a building after you while you're still here.
I was curious if he got to be like
after.
I was curious if he got any of the added benefits of like the tax write-off of like a big donation, or if it was just like, hey, yeah, this is just going to be your honor. Like, you're going to be able to have this building be named after you, and you'll be a part of this legacy at SMU forever. I'd say it's probably more of the latter, where they just honor him. If you're Jennings, does that move the needle at all for you? Like, hey, this place is now named after you. It'd feel kind of cool. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good ego stroke.
Maybe that's like a good way to keep kids from transferring.
You literally have
I have a building named after me. I can't really go.
You literally have a building named after you, man. You're going to leave this place. This is home. You kidding me? You're going to leave your home? That would be a pretty good way of guilting somebody. All right, Bubba. We'll see what Bubba's cooked up as he takes control of the show for the rest of the hour.
Psych.
He said he's been underutilized for too damn long.
I have not said that.
And he is ready to grab the bull by the horns. He says he's got a topic that's going to blow your mind coming up next. Damn you, Colin Morikawa. Let's go to break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hear ye, hear ye! Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is above. Gentlemen, I have gathered you all here today because we need some rules and some changes around here. You know, they say that footy, the Americans call it soccer, but footy, the beautiful game, the game around the world. Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. But it needs some changes, damn it. And I've got just the suggestion. They need a backcourt violation. Or as, backfield violation.
Okay.
Once the ball crosses the center stripe, keep it there. If not, turn over.
You know, it does get a little frustrating to the viewer whenever I'm watching soccer and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're probing. Never mind, we're kicking it back to the goalie. We're starting over. All right, so no more of doing that. Backcourt violations.
Nope. And also, a shot clock.
A shot clock.
Yep.
How long of a shot clock?
45 seconds.
So you can only hold possession for 45 seconds.
Time to be determined, in all honesty, but
Okay. I mean, you could get me on board with like a minute.
Where do you determine the shot clock starts?
once the ball crosses the center line.
So they can theoretically hold it in the back half for as long as they wanted.
Backcourt violation.
I know we're
not
only
they never
through
cross
two
it.
rules.
Not if they gain possession, but when the other team kicks it to the goalie, Bubba, for example, let's say the other team shoots, your goalie gets it. You're not past half court when the goalie gets the ball.
That is fair.
So if the clock doesn't start until they get it to the center court, it would then behoove them just to keep it.
We shall take your complaint.
It's not a complaint. I mean, we're just
we
talking.
shall take your suggestion.
I mean, look, I think the idea of, I think you should be allowed to keep it in your back half if you want for as long as you want, because then that would incentivize the other team to push up and, try to get it back from you. And if you have a turnover there in your back half, that could lead to a scoring opportunity. So it's kind of a do it at your own peril.
It sounds like Bubba just wants to cut the field in half through two rules so far.
Okay. Bubba thinks the soccer field is too big.
Is it just there's too much space to roam? Just put them in.
No, I just trying to spice the game up a little bit. Guys like seeing crazy shots happen.
I mean, if it was half as big, though, you would see more action.
Yeah, they probably already have like arena soccer, like beach soccer.
Next, Bubba's going to tell me he wants to put the game on ice.
But I have news for you, Jen, now.
And make it like 5-on-5.
I'm switching sports now and going to football and basketball.
Okay, so this segment of yours is you're going to improve all the sports. You're the sports czar now. With your goofy little outfit on, you're going to decree changes that need to be made. You're the czar of all sports. So you fix soccer at first, shot clock, and backcourt violation. So you've made it more like basketball.
Football and basketball, limited number of substitutions.
Okay, so you're going to take that part of soccer and bring it to basketball and football.
Yes.
Are you going to allow guys to come back into the game, though? Like, because, in soccer, you can't come back in once you're out. Basketball, of course, you can go to the bench and sit for a little bit. Football, you can go to the bench and take some plays off. I assume you're allowed to come back in or no?
Yes. Also, not thought that far ahead about that.
So you say you're going to limit the number of substitutions. What are we thinking?
For basketball, we shall do 5.
5 substitutions the entire game.
Yes.
Now, when you say 5 substitutions, do you mean 5 different players that can come in? Or are you saying you only get 5 times to switch out your lineups? Okay.
I might drop it down to 4 to make it on par with footy. I don't know how many they do.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think they do 4. I think they do 3 usually, but then when it gets really hot, they do 5. Like right now in the World Cup, you get 5 substitutions.
I shall keep it at that for now.
What about foul trouble? You just go until you foul out? Or if you run out of substitutions, you just got to let your guy foul out?
You're playing down a man.
You're playing down a man. Okay. I don't hate the idea, Bubba. Keep going.
This turns into like the Alabama game. Remember that one where it was Colin Sexton when he was at Alabama and they played, I think it was Minnesota with like 3 players.
Yeah, it's 3-on-5.
It was entertaining.
Dark times.
Losing steam here.
Dark times for Alabama basketball.
Losing steam here. Did not have many bullet points on today's agenda. But the PGA needs
tackling
an all-star game or event of some sort. Now I know they have the Ryder Cup.
I actually like that.
I know some big names play in, pretty, the majors and stuff, but an all-star game of some sorts would perhaps benefit the expansion and global conquering of golf.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it.
It's how they really stick it to live by having a little fun, festive environment, maybe 1 weekend a year.
It's not going to happen anymore because it's dead, but I always wanted like a live versus PGA weekend. Just take the top 5 from each and do like something with that. Not going to happen anymore because live is dying. But I always thought that would have been money. They just never would have done it because PGA was trying to keep them down, and there's no reason to give the extra shine to live at that point.
Maybe we take like the 2 top golfers and then pair them with like the best like amateurs, like the 2 guys or team captains, and then it's like best amateur golfers.
What do we think about like power plays in like basketball and football?
What
do we think about that? Because you talked about soccer and the cards and everything, or playing a man down. Like, what do we think about switching that?
I was thinking about like if a guy got a technical.
Yeah,
they're down now to 4.
Yeah, not for the whole game, but like kind of combine it with hockey, like a penalty box. Like if in football, if you get a targeting versus you getting sent out for the whole game, hey, you got to sit out a whole quarter, and your team just has to play 10 versus 11. Now maybe it's
you should get to target a player that you want to target on the other team, try and take them out.
Okay, I mean,
a little bit of XFL action here.
You could convince me of that, but like, what if it was just like, hey, your safety just got a targeting, he has to miss the rest of this possession and the next possession. So if you kill the penalty, if you force a 3 and out, or you get off the field, your guy gets to come back in after that. You don't have to play a whole quarter. But for now, your team is playing 10 versus 11. You better hope you can scheme up some single high safety stuff because you only got one of them now. Huh? No?
I like it more in basketball than football.
Okay. So football, you get a technical foul, and you get 1 free throw, and then you also have to play a man down for 3 minutes.
I think the other team should just add a player instead of you get one taken off the field for you.
No, I think it should be – I think you should –
extra blocker, extra receiver for the other team.
Oh, you're saying for football?
Yeah.
Okay, not basketball. I was going to say 6-on-5 seems like it'd almost be tougher for the 6.
No, I'm talking football.
So instead, you get a man advantage where you get 12 people.
Yeah.
12 versus 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or what if they ended up doing, like, instead of a free throw, they do a field goal opportunity?
I do think, and I've said this for a while, the NFL and college football, if I could make one rule change to those sports, it would be a card system of sorts. Now, I don't really actually want to give out yellow cards for suspensions or anything like that, or sending them off the field. But if I could make one change, I would change pass interference to a yellow card versus red card mentality. And what I mean by that, Bubba, is if 2 guys are fighting for the ball and they're, like it's questionable, but like, hey, it's probably pass interference. In the NFL, if it's down the field, you don't get all 45 yards of the spot foul. It's a yellow card. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down. You get the call, but we're not giving you 40 yards. Now, on the other side, like in college, it drives me crazy when a wide receiver has you beat and they just grab you and tackle the guy because it's only a 15-yard penalty. That's a red card on mine, and that is a spot of the foul. That is a 40-yard, 50-yard penalty.
Is it one? Like, do you get one? Is it just one yellow card, and then it's like
no, we're not
2 pass interferences on the same person becomes a red?
No, we're not doing that. So it's really just the same way
we're just
soccer
delineating between spot foul and 15-yard
yes,
penalty.
The same way soccer says like that's a foul. Okay, that's a yellow. That's a red. I just don't like that pass interference is the same, no matter if it's egregious and intentional or if it's just kind of like incidental fighting.
I like that.
Because, like, yeah, if a guy's trying to make a play on the ball and he goes through your back a little early, I'm fine with that being a penalty, but that should be like the soft version where you get your 10 yards and a first down. Same way as like on the other end, if you're tackling somebody to keep them from a breakaway touchdown from beating you deep, that should be a red card type of penalty where you get 40 yards, 50 yards, whatever. I'd also be fine if it happened like let's say you're snapping from your own 20 and a guy tackles you around midfield. I'd be fine with them giving you the ball at the start of the red zone for those red card type of pass interferences. If you're taking away a complete scoring opportunity, if you're that beat and you just grab, I'd be fine with that. 100%. You could also probably take it and make it into like the offensive holding too, where like, you know, if you're holding and it's like a yellow card version of holding, that's fine, 10 yards. But if it's one of those where your quarterback's getting ready to get sacked and you just like do the whole, like you ring them around the neck to tackle them, that's a red card. That's a 30-yard penalty or something crazy like that. But pass interference is the only one I've actually fleshed out. Because I hated them on both levels. I hate the college one when you only get penalized 15 yards for stopping a clear touchdown. And I hate in the NFL when you get 50 yards down the field for like a slight bump. Too big of a penalty. Doesn't match the crime. That's the one rule I would change. I feel strongly about it. Again, not taking them off the field, really. That was just kind of a joke. But the different level of penalty yards.
Be great entertainment, too. That's probably 20% of the reason why I like the World Cup, seeing these players like get up all in the ref's face. No, come on.
Yeah.
And then just like, you know, them having to argue with another player. No, that was egregious. That's a red card.
For the most part, I don't feel like they argue about red cards. For the most part, like I do feel like they are kind of the best kind of penalties. It's almost like pornography of like, hey, you know it when you see it. That perked Bubba up in more ways than one.
Climax of this?
But like, it's like, hey, you know it when you see it. You know what's crude and vulgar when you see it. We don't need an actual definition. You know when somebody is being on film naked and being distasteful, and you know when there's supposed to be some art attached to it. We get it. For the most part, I feel like soccer is the same way, except when they do like the review. Like the one they did with Flo Balogun. Like that shouldn't have been a red card. It didn't feel like a card at all when it happened live. They didn't give him a card at all when it happened live. So typically, I don't feel like they really argue for the red. Now, the yellows, though, they do.
I do like a card system when it comes to other sports, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Keeps guys accountable.
Yeah. And I mean, like we do it in the NBA a little bit with the flagrant 1 versus flagrant 2 fouls. We do that. We do kind of borrow there from that. All right, Bubba, what else?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I had more rules to attest to.
Okay. Well, you got another 10 minutes. What are you going to do?
I shall be finding this graph.
You're doing good so
to
far.
Figure out my Premier League team.
Okay. See the Hawks get embarrassed again last night?
That was sad.
I mean, it wasn't sad. It didn't make me 1% sad because it's the summer league and like we didn't play our first round picks. Like we were
it's an extension of your team.
It is
2 points in a quarter.
If Kingston Flemings,
athletes.
If Kingston Flemings was out there and like our first round picks were out there, like and we were trying, but like we sent home or we didn't play like our 6 best summer league guys.
And why are the Grizzlies just running Cam Boozer into the ground?
Well, I don't want to be hateful, but I think it's because the Grizzlies really want to win summer league.
They need a little shot in the arm.
And that's what it feels like to me is that they really want to win summer league and that they need to like kind of have something to celebrate and like. And again, I'm not trying to be hateful, like, but the Hawks, I told you earlier when it started was like, hey, this is kind of like minor league baseball playoffs. For the most part, I don't feel like the best actual like teams win the minor league baseball playoffs because if they got actual like MLB players on the team, they get caught up and you're just kind of left with what's left. I said that about summer league and you've seen it. Like a lot of the teams are like, hey, we've seen enough. We get the point. The Hawks are like, hey, Kingston Flemings. Asanuel, like we know you're going to be in the main rotation. Hell, even the guy from St. John's. We're like, hey, I still can't pronounce his name. Hey, we know where you are.
Zuby?
Yeah, Zuby. Thank you. We'll just call him Zuby. They sent Zuby home. Like, hey, we know that you're going to be a part of the rotation. We don't need you to play anymore. That's what the Grizzlies should be doing with Cedric Coward, who is already an NBA player, and doing with Cam Boozer, who is like the face of your franchise. They should be protecting them and saying, hey, you ain't got nothing else to, prove. But it does feel like they are trying to win a summer league championship. And I'm not just picking on the Grizzlies because it feels like the Lakers are doing the same thing. They still had Cam Carr out there, who I think has proven enough so far in summer league where usually you don't have to keep playing if you're a first round pick. But he was still out there in game 4 last night, running up the score on the Bulls. But the Bulls are also playing Caleb Wilson. So, like, they're not even trying to win summer league. They're just trying to let that guy play basketball.
I've received feedback.
Okay.
The shot clock is really dumb. Backfield violation might have some traction.
Okay. The shot clock I do think is dumb too, because I just think it takes longer for a soccer build-up. I don't think you want to get to where it's just straight like how people play FIFA, or at least how I used to play FIFA when I played, where it's just basically you dribble down the side, you try to cross it in, you score. Like that was pretty much all you were trying to do.
Vol Badger says you need to be able to hold the ball to see a game out, kind of like chewing the clock, running the ball in football.
Yeah, that's basically like running the ball in football. There's plenty of offenses that try to hold possession and try to prod and pick and choose when they're going to attack. You don't want it to just be a nonstop fast break.
And then Cookout Trey says none of what I say would work in soccer. I might be really dumb. Ha 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 ha. These are all sport killing ideas.
Okay. Hopefully, when he said these are all sport killing ideas, he was just talking about your soccer ideas. Because I think my football pass interference thing I think it's brilliant. And it's definitely not going to kill the sport. Now, the only pushback I'll allow on my pass interference idea is that we don't want to give more control to the refs. We don't want them having more judgment calls in American sports. I acknowledge that we don't like refs, and that our refs we don't typically think do a very good job. I understand that if that's your one pushback. But at the same time, I would say you're already giving the refs too much power in the NFL for letting them give 50-yard pass interferences on, bumps down the field.
John, do you have a Premier League team, an EPL?
I told you already that I used to. If I had to pick one, I say Liverpool, although I haven't really watched them the last 4 years.
Would you want to win titles? Can you live without, or is it a need to?
What?
For this graph. Want to win titles? You can live without titles, or you need to.
For the Premier League?
Yeah.
I want to win titles. I don't have to, but I do care about my team winning a championship.
So you need to, or you can live without?
Typically, well, that is interesting because, would we be Titans fans, Sam, if we had to win a title? No. Would we be Titans fans? What was the second option, Bubba? If we want to win a title?
If you need to win a title, or you can live without.
Okay, so if we can't live without a title, we would not be Titans fans. If we need to win a title, would we still be Titans fans?
Well, you can live without. Not can't, but.
Are there 2 options or 3?
2.
Oh. Okay, I thought can live without was the third. Second was you want to win championships. First is you have to win championships or else you don't like sports. Because that's how it actually break it up.
Now, you've got either you need to win titles or you can live without it.
Okay, see, I think there's a third option. Because, let's just take bandwagon fans, for example. There are plenty of people that root for the Lakers and Yankees or follow LeBron James around or, have to root for the Dodgers because they can't live without their team winning a championship. They have to have a team that can win a title year in, year out. That's the point of the bandwagon fan or the fan that roots for the big money spender. I think the second option is more you want a team that can realistically win a title. So for college football, I would put Tennessee in the second tier of we can win a title, but it's not life or death. We're not in this just for championships, because if we were, we wouldn't really be a fan of the Vols anymore because it's been 20-something years without a championship and we're not that close to winning one.
Do you feel like
the third one would be for being a Vanderbilt fan, where you're just hey, I just like my team. If we win something, if we win, nice. If not, don't care. Just I'm fine with being a fan of the team. Kind of like the Atlanta Hawks, for example. I'm not really in it for championships. I like the squad. Whatever. Titans, I feel are probably more of tier 3 than tier 2, although I acknowledge everybody in the NFL you can convince that they have a chance just because of the parity in the league or whatever.
Do you want to support a USA player? No, thanks. All right. Do you want to be the ultimate underdog, history and tradition, or the elite underdog?
Has there ever been an elite underdog? I feel like you're just a good team if you're an elite underdog.
At this point, you would pick either between Moneyball, Rocky, or Friday Night Lights.
Wait, you're doing a movie or a Premier League team?
This is part of this graph.
This is a personality test, I think, on what EPL team you'd be.
But yeah, like Sam said, if you're an elite underdog team, don't you just become Gonzaga? No one looks at Gonzaga as the nice bandwagon team, the nice little feel good story. They're part of the Blue Bloods, no?
All right, we're gonna pick Rocky.
You better land this plane here quickly, Bubba.
And then with Rocky, we become Aston Villa fans. Or
okay.
Villa, since they don't want to pronounce the double L because they don't respect Spaniards.
Okay.
And that is the team that somebody will root for. Aston Villa.
I thought the first half of your segment was good. I liked the rule changes. I think you ran out of steam there whenever you were just trying to randomly find a Premier League team.
I know people willing to shovel coal on this old steam engine.
Well, next time you start talking about being underutilized and yada, 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 now do that 6 more times during the show, Bubba. Think you want to be top dog around here? You want to come from my spot?
I don't want to.
You couldn't even do 20 minutes without running out of steam. Try 3 hours, bucko.
Planning was put on the spot, yeah, but
you should always be planning. It's like I used to tell Cody about his stand-up comedy routine. You should always have 5 minutes. You should always have topics you can go to at any moment.
You didn't really have a plan once Colin Morikawa ruined your day.
I know, but did we not make it? We made it through this hour. We
have yet to make it through the hour.
We're there. We can get there.
A lot
now.
of minutes. We could always suffer a stroke before crossing the finish line.
Did I have a little bit of a come apart during the Morikawa thing? Yeah. Have I recovered from it? No. But damn it, I feel like I was pretty good this hour. I mean, I feel like my pass interference thing kind of carried that segment, to be honest. At least helped. The concept of the whole winning a title, needing to win it versus I'm kind of just in it to root for the team. I thought that was pretty good too, Bubba, just for the record. Not what I did from it. You were a little confusing. You made it sound like there were 3 things, but there's only 2, but I saved it. Don't worry.
All those questions and you ended up on Aston Villa?
Well, that's just if you like Rocky. What if you like the other movies?
Yeah.
Like what if you said it was Rocky or
Moneyball
like
or Friday Night Lights?
Yeah, it sounds like a flow chart.
It is a chart.
What if I like Moneyball?
If you like Moneyball, you get to pick either the beach or the city.
Okay, if I like Moneyball, I prefer. Honestly, I kind of prefer the city to the beach. I don't really
All
like
right,
the
then you're
beach,
going to
but-
be a Brentford guy.
All right, give me the beach. I don't want to be.
Then you get the Brighton and Hove guy.
What if I don't like the underdog? What if I just want a good team? Go back on the flow chart.
Flow chart's already derailed, brother.
Last call on the other side. Stick with us.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Breaking news here to get you to the weekend, but there's a new Nico in town. What the hell is that noise for, Bubba?
The last Nico.
Oh, well, there's a new Nico in town. The only Nico we acknowledge, Nico Campus.
Hippocampus. All right.
Or Campus, maybe. I don't know.
Is he Greek? With a K?
Yeah.
Oh, might be back in on this guy's Odyssey.
Actually, no, I think he's German.
Oh.
Yeah, he's German. Now there might be some Greeks. There might be some Greek part of him, I guess, but no, he's German. But he will be coming to Knoxville as he just committed to the Tennessee Vols. He's in the NFL Academy over there, which I got to say we haven't had a lot of success with so far in terms of actually getting ball players from.
Did we get the tight end from there? Wolf? Luca?
No, it was that his name will come to me. Okoye or something like that. Okoye.
Yeah. And he didn't really pan out.
No.
Yeah. We've gotten a couple players from this that just haven't ended up being successful at all. So we'll see if Nico can kind of be the first. All right. So he picked Tennessee over Michigan, Auburn, and Vanderbilt. Originally from Germany, he grew up playing volleyball before finding football and joined the NFL Academy.
No, out. I don't want another Nico that plays volleyball on my team. That is bad news.
Yeah. 6'7.5", 294 pounds. Is ranked as the number 226 overall prospect in this 2027 class. And then he's number 1 in his country, which is funny. It says number 1 next to him. So that's good. We got the top rated English player.
How soon is he a tight end?
At 6'7", it feels pretty tall to be a tight end, no? No, I guess not, maybe. I don't know.
Kid's going to get mauled in the trenches in the first week of camp, and Derek Owings is going to be like, all right, we're going to cut 30 pounds off this frame.
I mean, he's 294.
Where are you seeing 294? I'm seeing 270.
Okay, I'm seeing 294 from Aiden Sidoti. Or is it Sidoti? Aiden Sidoti over on fanrunradio.com. He does a great job of getting these up pretty much instantaneously. He's got this up, and I just read all that from his piece over on FanRun. I assume if he said he's 295 or 294 pounds, that he saw it somewhere good.
Yeah, surely some sites got him listed as that.
Or maybe it's like the metric system, and Aiden didn't do the conversion right. Maybe 294 pounds in England's, not the same as 265 pounds in
How many
America.
stones is this guy?
Yeah. But Aiden wrote that he's 294, so that's what I'm going with.
The Krampus Campus.
But you are correct. If he's only 265, then yeah, they're probably just going to say, hey, be a tight end. But if he's at 294, I'd say it's more likely they try to get him to 330 and really make him a mountain of a man.
247 is giving credit to Glenn Ellerby for this.
Yep. Big Glenn Ellerby. I can't imagine that we got too many other high school guys we're in on in this class, right? I feel like it's this. You go and you get Nico, and then you wait for next week. Because next week when we're back in here, we are, preparing for DGG Watch. And then I imagine that the high school class will pretty much be done at that point.
I wish I was fired up from this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm fired up. I don't know who would necessarily be fired up. I mean, getting a 4-star offensive lineman, I think in a lot of instances would have people fired up, Sam. But the fact it's a 4-star offensive lineman from this academy, probably not doing much to get people fired up. Is that fair?
100%. I don't think anybody coming from international football should even be maybe even a 3-star just because you don't play. No offense, but you don't play football.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, I'm just giving you the news.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get you fired up about it, but until somebody comes here and it can actually play and kind of breaks that mold and breaks that trend, then this is just a name and a body. Now, it might help your recruiting class, like, adding a 4-star there, like getting those points, and it helps you going from like ranked in like 14th in the SEC to maybe like 11th or 12th. You get DGG and all of a sudden you catapult up and you can not feel bad about your class. From that perspective, I care. But otherwise, yeah, I'm with you. This isn't. I'd be shocked if this guy ever played like a meaningful snap here. Bubba, what else we missed today? Anything? Any plans for the weekend? World Cup final? Third place game?
Forgot about that.
We had Real Salt Lake MLS club, disrespecting the Watts, possibly.
Do they go by Real Salt Lake because they're trying to be like the international teams, the teams over like in Real Madrid, and they just saw Real and was like, "Hey, this is good for us," but like we just pronounce it Real instead of Real Salt Lake?
Probably.
That is now canon to me. Real Salt Lake.
Is Real Madrid is Real like the equivalent of real in their language, or what? I don't understand that. Is it the city they're in? I don't understand. Probably not the city they're in, but I don't know where it comes from.
I've got a lot to learn about
Madrid.
football and the Englishmen, and
it's Spanish for royal.
Okay, so like, shouldn't they be Royal Salt Lake versus Real Salt Lake?
Or they're just the real Salt Lake, not the fake.
Is there a fake Salt Lake running around trying to take claim for being the real Salt Lake? I feel like no one really is doing that. But anyways, go ahead. You said they disrespected JJ Watt?
He feels that way, as they welcomed him, and his wife and family.
They didn't disrespect JJ Watt. They disrespected his wife.
He says, "Hold on, I'm not the guy here. My wife, Kialia.
Now look who's disrespecting her.
Funny how that happens, huh?
Yeah. Woke Bubba's the one disrespecting her.
Yep.
But JJ Watt, did the whole like, hey, the woman who's walking in here that you are just calling my wife is like a Utah soccer legend, is essentially what he says. Like, she won 4 state championships here. She was like a Gatorade National Player of the Year. She scored the quickest goal in World Cup history. We're coming to a soccer game. You should probably focus more on the soccer player than the football player, which I do think is a fair critique. Now, this is JJ Watt being look at me, Louie. Like, I mean, he does that a lot, but he's
he
also
did that with Freddie.
He's also protecting his wife.
And then some fraternity burner account called Tennessee the Fatal Fields of the OG Fortnite map.
Now, wait, say that again?
This sentence has never been uttered before. Some fraternity has called Tennessee the Fatal Fields of the OG Fortnite map.
Explain this to me like I'm 37 years old.
So Fortnite, when it first came out, had a map, and there's a couple places.
Fatal Fields. I think that's where I used to drop.
Fatal Fields, Tilted Towers, Pleasant Park.
Yeah, okay.
That's
the one I played many years ago.
Row. Alabama got Tilted Towers to this guy's opinion.
It's not because we have a bunch of trees.
We're just Fatal Fields.
I don't get
South
it.
Carolina's Flush Factory. Greasy Grove is LSU. Lonely Lodge is Kentucky. Retail Row, Texas. I kind of agree with this guy's placement, though. Except Tomato Town being Auburn. I don't know if I'd put him there. Just a sloppy way, John. You know, I've got crumbs hanging out my mouth, stuck in my face. I need to use a napkin and wipe myself off.
What the hell are you talking about?
It means I'm done, John.
You don't need napkins. You got a damn bed sheet on. You just take that bed sheet and wipe it off. Surely you're not going to put that back on your bed when you get home, are you? Did you take that off this morning?
No.
Good job by you today. You look good. I appreciate you getting into character. Start thinking of your Halloween costume. Sam, have a good weekend. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away